1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, Hooters got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. Can I get a moment of your time? Smoke a little, life's a game of chess. Drugs, guns, Hooters got me on the run. Let me shine a little light. I grew up on the 50s, love my whole city. Got the little ones with me, I ain't going back to prison. House with a yard, I get my own unlocks. I walk my own yard, I'm Figueroa filthy. Where I come from, dog, everybody's filthy. Get your hands dirty with them concrete. Yeah. Where I come from, dog, everybody's filthy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today's podcast is sponsored by 27 Junkies. As you can see right here, check out the gear right here. Check out the gear. Check out the homie, University of the Streets, baby boy. Right here. What does this one say, bro?
I said blood and loyalty makes you related. 21-7 Junkies. Or
Yeah,
27.
No,
Sorry.
blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family.
There you go.
If you guys like what you see right here, I want you guys to go to 27junkies.com and put in your order for shirts. You're going to be supporting the homie Burst Rock. You can contact him at Burst Rock 27 Junkies. All right, man. I want to say this real quick going into this podcast. We all must do our part. So in order not to proliferate this virus, this will be Hoodstock's last interview until all is resolved. And I hope that's soon too. You know, we want to practice the, what do they call it? The social distancing.
Yeah, the social distancing. The 6 feet.
Yeah, the 6 feet. You know what I mean? You know, it's important, you know, for moms, pops, grandma, you know, we got to take care of each other. And if this is what's going to stop the deaths, then I really feel that we need to put one foot in front of the other and follow suit on this. My prayers to the whole medical industry from the bottom to the top. You guys are the frontline soldiers on this battlefield. Love and respect. Most definitely. Okay. Welcome to Hoodstocks, everybody. Today is a very, very special day. Very special day. Back by popular demand. This man has over 500,000 views on Hoodstocks. I mean, this dude is, I mean, he's the all-star of the platform, no doubt about that. This man is an impeccable storyteller. The pictures he paints are memorizing. Real shit. Have you ever thought about doing audiobooks?
No, but I know a fan asked me to do that.
Oh, that would be sick, bro.
Yeah, he told me I did an audiobook in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
100%. The life he's lived is inhumane, but justified in a world of wild animals. I want you all to get up off your seats and give it up for the wild animal himself, Shooter.
Thank you.
Let's keep that shit going. Yeah. Give it up for the homie right here. Chewy, I see you, my G. Good looking on that. Yes,
hey, baby,
sir.
I see you. I love you.
Yeah. How you feeling, my boy?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Been all right. You know, living life.
Living life, huh?
Living life. Best I can, bro. Best I can.
Hey, well, cheers to that, dog.
Yeah, salute to that.
I got
me a bang right here.
Yeah, I got a coffee, dog.
That's right.
I got a black coffee, like my mama. Shut up! There goes my mama. No.
Oh, what's up, little noser? I see you, man. I see you. R.I.P. Curly, that's right.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody on this podcast right now. I want you guys to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribers already. And, you know, just share this video. And we appreciate the motherfucking support 100. So, hey, check it out, bro. I mean, you say you're doing good. You know, life is good. This is chapter 2 of the Shooter audiobook.
The Shooter Saga.
The Shooter.
No, the Chronicles.
The Chronicles. The Chronicles of Shooter. I should put that. The Chronicles of Shooter.
Chronicles of Shooter.
You like that better than Chapter 2?
Yeah, let's go with that. The Chronicles like Reddit.
Yeah,
let's get a Hollywood style.
Nah, real shit. I like that. I'll switch that up on the whatchamacallit, bro. You know what I mean? So before we finish off where we left, I have 5 questions for you, bro.
Let's go. And
these are questions that have popped in my mind, and these are questions that have been put out there through, like the comments and stuff, bro. You know what I mean? So let's start off like that. This is a 2-part question, brother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what I want to ask you is, how do you feel about the skeptics bashing you for supposedly breaking a code of silence? This is the second part of the question. Why do you take the risk of telling your story with so many wolves in the dark staring right at you?
Repeat that one more time.
Okay.
The first part.
The first part. How do you feel about all the skeptics bashing you? And not all, because there's the good and the bad, bro.
Correct.
You know what I mean? For supposedly breaking a code of silence, bro.
Well, I mean, to that, like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I mean? I know what I've been through. I know what I lived. I know those that I've, not to say like in an army situation, but those that I've served along the lines with, you know what I mean? That I've really been frontline with, that know who I am, not only as Shooter, but as Michael, as a convict, as a camarada, Sureno, stuff like that know me. So those that feel that they could comment on my situation, that's fine. If you guys don't believe the story, that's up to you. I'm not here to make you believe it. I'm just here to tell how I lived it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, like for those that doubt me, that's fine. You know what I mean? If you're in this lifestyle, eventually we all meet up. Hopefully we don't, but eventually we all meet up in prison, or we all meet back together. And your opinion and all that, you're more entitled to tell me to my face. And that's how I feel. But as far as people coming on the internet, that's fine. Dudes have been 20 years in the shoe, did this, did that. Hey, kudos to you, my boy. Saludos for you guys that did that and lived that lifestyle. I haven't lived what you lived, and you sure as hell haven't lived what I lived. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and bash what you've been through or try to say that it's not true. But like I told you, there's documentation on this. So those that do doubt me or skeptics like that, they're more than welcome to see it. You know what I mean? And read it for themselves.
Yeah.
Second part.
The second part is, why do you take the risk of telling your story? I guess it's kind of like a combination of the same question, bro.
Okay. Well,
you kind of, so the second part of the question is, you're kind of putting yourself out there, bro.
Right.
So it takes, not everybody is willing to put themselves out there the way you are, bro. So is this, what separates you from the others? You're willing to take the risk.
Well, I'm going to say it like this.
Or is it a risk?
I don't think it's a risk.
Okay.
But my story is not only my story. I'm also telling my story with those that were there with me, that don't have a voice, that are still in the penitentiary, or that are doing things where they don't feel they can. So I chose to tell my story, my version of events that I went through that affected me through my prison term, through the hunger strike, through all that, everything that I developed through there, everything I lost, gained back. But everybody that was there with me went through that same struggle that I'm telling. So, just because I don't mention any names, or I don't, shout out to solid men and camaradas in there, does not mean that I'm not telling their story for them. So that's how I feel. But I'm not taking no risk, because I'm not breaking any code. I don't feel like I'm breaking any code. And if I did, individuals would get at me. Yeah. And that would be end of that. I would shut shit down immediately, because that's just the way it is, bro. And that's how I live my life. You know what I mean? So for those that ask that question, or, commenters, whatever the case may be, there's your answer.
Hey, I respect that, my G. All right. So third question.
Okay.
Do you worry about law enforcement watching these interviews?
Yes. As far as worry, no, because I'm navigating the parameters. So there's nothing that can incriminate me. I mean, there's those that might look at it that are normal society above, I would say normalcy, that would look at me and be like, this dude's a fucking killer. He doesn't deserve to be out here, and the shit I've been through. But then again, if they might get a chance to watch the whole thing instead of focusing on one segment, they would see that I have progressed and I have transitioned into a better person. And, you know, even though that stuff still is, you know, in my immediate atmosphere around me, I'm still a better man for it. You know what I mean? I'm living my life. I've been out here a solid year. You know what I mean? And that goes to show. And I've heard stories of homies that, you know, and they're proud of it. I lasted 3 days. I lasted a fucking day. And, you know, they're back with murder or they're back with that. And you know, I lived through that shit for years hearing that story. I always said it wasn't going to be me. But, you know, later on in the story, I'll say how that ended up being me. So,
yeah, no. Good shit. You know what's funny, bro, is speaking on dudes that, like, I don't know how many times before I've been in the pen, bro.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
And it's like, bro, homie just paroled.
Just parole, bro.
And here we are sitting on the yard 6 months, a year later, and all of a sudden, look who's getting off the motherfucking bus, homie.
The same yard.
We're like, my boy, what the fuck happened?
You hear it?
Hey, dog, I got off the Greyhound, homie. I didn't even make it home, dog.
Been in county for a year fighting this shit.
Yeah,
like, oh, no.
Like they fucking fought a case. They went through fucking county. They fucking went to reception, homie. Caught the bus back to the same fucking yard, dog.
Hey, you know,
what I
not
mean?
to be selfish though, but when you're doing it a long time and you see those individuals come back, they're solid homies. So you're like, you're not happy to see them, but you're like, you embrace them. Like, man, what's up, dog? What the fuck happened? Like, come here, man. You know, you hit them like that, but it's not. I mean, honestly, in my situation, it's embarrassing, bro. Like but we'll get later on into that.
You know what's funny, dog? It's like, all right, homie, good. I mean, it's fucked up. You're back, homie. You're a fucking idiot, you know. But you ain't getting your shoes back, homie. You're not getting your TV back, bro. Get the fuck out. Hey, homie, I'm gonna need my TV back, dog. Like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? That was last term that it belonged to you, homie.
You moving my cell and watch your TV.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Homies are fucking. Homies are the, like, I love the homies, dog, but we gotta be the wackiest dudes on planet, bro. The craziest motherfuckers, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro. But so check it out, bro. This is my 5th question to you, my boy. Okay.
No, that was, you got 4. I think that
was the first one was a 2-part question.
Oh, okay, 2-part, gotcha.
Yeah. So this is number 5. You know what I mean? Last but not least.
Okay.
COVID-19. What are your thoughts?
Fuck. I mean, I don't know. I ain't trying to buy into. That's a touch, man. That's like a political touchy subject right there, because, you know, you got conspiracy theories, you got all that shit. Me, I ain't sick yet. None of my family's sick. We've been doing everything that I guess they want us to do to stay healthy and all that, you know. But I know the flu kills more people than coronavirus, and they're saying this shit's gonna be a season, so it's gonna be the flu season and coronavirus season. So it's like I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna do what they say to do, and hopefully, you know what I mean, I'm good.
So check it out, bro. I hear what you're saying. I mean, there's always politics involved and everything, and then you got all the conspiracy theorists, dog.
Yeah, talking about 5G and all that shit.
Yeah, talking about the 5G and whoop de whoop whoop. You know what I mean? But let me throw a couple things at you real quick.
Gotcha.
All right, let me throw. So me, these days. This chapter I am in my life, I like to fact check, dog. You know what I mean? You know, and I'll go down these wormholes of YouTube and news media outlets, dog. You know what I mean? And I read the articles, bro. You know what I mean? So shout out to my boy Brown Lucci. My boy Brown Lucci shot this article to me. It was actually on YouTube. It says so in Ecuador, Ecuador is passing out cardboard coffins, bro.
Oh, because all the dead bodies?
Dead bodies are laying in the streets. In Ecuador, it's a third world country, mind you. It's a third world country. Yeah, it's a third world country, mind you, but still, my boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Families are keeping their loved ones in the house up to like a week, bro.
Yeah, they're going through it.
While they're dead, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's a third world country. There's not enough resources out there, dog. I mean, third world country, in all third world countries, there's not enough resources. The political structure is it's not made the way ours is. You know what I mean? So
especially in South America.
Yeah, exactly. So on that note, when a plague like this comes along, I'm going to call it a plague, bro, because there's not a cure for it right now.
No, there's not.
There's not a cure for it, dog. I mean, so when something like this comes along, bro, you know what I mean? These are the type of stories you hear. And Donald Trump always talks about fake news. You know what I mean? And yeah, there can be one thing that can possibly be fake news because one news outlet is pushing this, whatever the information out that can be possibly fake, which they call it fake news sometimes. But when you find this happening in every fucking country, homie, deaths, homie, in New York, bro.
I was about to say that one, the one where they buried the dead bodies.
The mass grave site.
Yeah.
And you know why it's a mass grave site?
Why?
Because they're unclaimed
bodies.
They're
unclaimed. They're like,
Yeah, they're John Does.
I think, look, the only fucked up thing that's really fucked up about this, that if you get quarantined in a hospital with coronavirus, you cannot have your family there. So if you die, you have nobody by your bedside but the nurses and the doctors are right there. And I'm saying this because I went to the hospital like 3 weeks ago with a stomach bug.
Yeah.
And they didn't let my wife in. And dude, when I went in there, like I felt like alone. I felt like, man, I was like, I was going through it. I had the cold sweats.
Wait, when did you go to the hospital?
About 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I had the stomach bug. I ended up having like a little stomach bug. So it was like almost like the stomach flu, but not severe. Not that severe.
Are you good now, bro?
Oh, I'm straight, man. I'm straight. That shit passed.
Don't be bringing that shit on me.
So when I got there, right, I'm sweating. I'm like, I'm sweating like balls, bro.
Yeah.
So the first thing they do is they check my temperature with a roll on. They're like, oh, you ain't got a temperature. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, but I'm just throwing up profusely.
You ate something bad.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I ate, but I couldn't stop throwing up. So I knew I had to go to the hospital. So we went to White Memorial. I live in East LA. So we went to White Memorial and I got hot because I'm going through it. I'm fucking feeling like shit. I'm fucking got the cold sweats. And I walk in there and the first thing she says to my wife is, hey, no, she can't come. And I was like, man, fuck you. And I was like, man, let's go, babe. And I bounced. I was like, we're going to General. I'm thinking General, ghetto as fuck, is going to let us both in. But by the time we get to General, I'm like, oh my God, I just need something. I need doctors. So I get in there and I'm like, look, babe, go. So she bounces. I get in there and I'm thinking, because usually when you go to General, I've been to General a couple of times, you wait like almost 18 hours, bro. No bullshit.
Yeah.
So you're sitting in the fucking thing and you got bums, you got all kinds of people coming in from the streets that just go in there for the warmth and to get off the streets. So when I get there, they put me in the thing, bro. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm drenched, dude. And it's cold. You know how the hospitals are cold? Yeah. They're always fucking cold, dude. And I'm like, hey, bro, like, give me a couple covers. So this motherfucker, no bullshit, brings me like 4 fucking cotton covers, right? But I'm sweating. I can't stop sweating. Whatever the virus is, my body's just trying to sweat it out, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, hey, man, you need to hook me up on some fucking saline. You need to get some fucking fluids in me because I'm dehydrated, man. I'm throwing up and shit. So he's like, all right. So they let me wait there for like 45 minutes, bro, sitting there. And I'm like, hey, man, finally I got pissed. And I was like, fucking dude, hey, come here. So he comes, he's like, what? I was like, hey, the doctor said you're supposed to give me this shit. He's like, yeah. So anyways, they give it to me. And I bounced out of there like 2 hours later. I guess my body fucking pushed it all out. And I feel better. They gave me some nauseous pills. I go back. And then, yeah, that was it. I just want to get that out there. Just throw that out there right there, bro. But yeah, that was the moment. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you got coronavirus in there, you can't have your family. So if you die, that's it. You're just going to get a call like, hey, so-and-so passed away. So if you don't capture your phone, they're not going to be able to do it. Like, I've seen so many things on the internet where it's like, none of them see their families, bro. It's crazy. But yeah.
That's miserable, dog.
Yeah, that's the only fucked up part. And then
dying by yourself.
Fuck this corona shit, man. We need jobs, bro.
Yeah,
we need to get back to work.
I mean, the unemployment,
man, that's just catastrophic, right? You make that's just overloaded. You know how many people are applying for unemployment? That shit is ridiculous. On the website and the phone thing, they always tell you like, oh, we're overloaded right now. So if you didn't apply like probably a month back, 3 weeks back when all this shit started, then man.
I'm still waiting for my check.
Yeah, me too, bro.
I'm on unemployment like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so you ready to get into this?
Let's get into it, bro.
Chronicles.
I want to shout out to everybody that's watching right now, everybody that supports me. Shout out, you know what I mean? I think Anthony SL said a shout out. I shout you out, baby. My wife, Madonna Lee, shout you out, baby. My dad, my mom, everybody that's paying me some support. Georgie, mom, Rob, everybody, my brother, he ain't watching, but my fucking brother.
Where's Jojo at?
He's doing errands with his wife.
Oh, it's a good. It's a good husband right there.
That's a solid husband, bro. That was domesticated. That's my inspiration right there. You and him, bro. To own this shit, to like come, you know what I mean? Like this is a goal. This is a goal one day.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
You want to start your own channel?
No. I'm talking about the house, bro.
The house and everything, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about like having your own, like the car I have right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I want a better car. I want a house. I want my own place where I pay the mortgage.
Yeah.
Shit like that's what I'm talking about, being domesticated. That's my goals. That's what I have now. The channel now, that whatever happens with the channel happens with the channel.
I mean, I'm 100% domesticated.
Hell yeah. That's what I want, bro. Like when I come to your house.
I felt like you almost called me a bad word right now, dog.
No, knock it out.
Then I thought about it and I was like, well,
that shit is lovely.
I am domesticated. You know what I mean? I don't fucking, you know what I mean? I'm fucking potty trained and everything. You know what I mean?
Like domesticated means like.
I know, bro. I'm just fucking with you, dog. I'm
like
with
you got your own house. You taking care of business. You ain't part of the gang life, but you still solid.
I mean, 100% still solid, dog.
You know what
I mean, bro, like they say, homie, nowadays, you know, the most gangsterous thing you can do is take care of your own, homie.
Exactly. Take care of your family. That's number one, bro.
Take care of your family.
And those you consider your family, like, you know, blood loyalty.
Yeah.
Shit like that. There's just blood don't make you family. Loyalty does too.
Yeah.
So it's like if I call you my brother, I mean it.
Yeah.
That's the way the way I was raised, bro. But
and we brothers.
Exactly.
Yeah, we brothers, dog. I mean, but yeah, so
brothers out of a litter.
You know what I do? Yeah, dog. You know what I always fucking try to, you know what's funny is my hood, dog, they see me, they're like, fuck, if Lucky can do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You're the inspiration.
Yeah, I think I might inspire a couple cats,
you had,
bro.
because you mentioned on podcasts that when you paroled, you've moved to the hood. You paroled to the hood, and that's a factor.
I would always pro to the hood, dog, and I get off pro in the hood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like if you could do it in the hood, and now you're doing it better, it's like why can't the normal, you know what I mean, like the homies that you've had on this podcast, why can't we do it?
Well, I always felt like this, bro. Like if you want to do good with your life, bro, it's not where you're at.
No.
Like where my feet are planted, it's where my mind is planted.
Exactly.
Bro. You know what I mean? You know, if you in your mind you want to do good, you're gonna do good. So I always try to kind of like press that, and it was a challenge for myself too, dog. It's like no, because so many cats, they're like, I gotta get out the hood. I gotta get out the hood to do good. And what do, dog? They go to another neighborhood. They go to another state, bro. You know what I mean? And what are they doing? They running amok, homie. They you know what I mean? They found all the hood rats. They found the neighborhood connect, homie. They towing a fucking strap, homie. Like it doesn't matter. I've seen it happen with the hundreds of my homies, dog. You know what I mean? From my hood and from other hoods, dog. You know what I mean? I need to get out my hood. Like, nah, bro. You need to get out your mindset, homie. Get out your mindset, bro. You know what I mean? So like the mind is a powerful thing, dog. I could be in my hood, bro, and be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, homie. You know what I mean? You gonna go do that, fool. Not like you, like I'm telling you to go do that, but I'm just saying, like,
you could go handle that. I'm gonna be right here, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean, because in that note, like I'm a firm believer. When you're done, you're done. But you gotta be done with yourself. Like if you don't want that lifestyle no more, and you're finally done, then that's gonna be you. Nobody's gonna change that. Nobody's saying, hey, you gotta be done with this or any example, unless you're really using your head. But most people, when they're done with themselves and they're just done with that shit, it's like, hey man, I'm done. I don't want that no more. So then that's when you try to, you know, transition and become better in your life. That's how I feel. And it took me a long time to get like that. Yeah. And I know it took you a long time, but look, I mean,
it took me a long time, bro. And like nobody was never a bad influence on me. I was a bad influence on myself and possibly other people around me, dog. You know what I mean? So but there's some cats, bro, that are big time pressure cases. The pressure cases, they're very weak in the mind, bro. You know what I mean? So they always feel pressured to maybe because they haven't done enough, or maybe they haven't whatever ways in their conscience they feel like they have to do more, dog. You know what I mean? And they will forever ever be lost in the hood, lost in the prison system, lost in their own fucking mind, bro. You know what I mean? And that's a nightmare, dog, to never like get a grip, get a hold of yourself and actually be in control of your actions, of what you do in any environment that you're in.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. But you're on your way, my G, you know what I mean?
I'm getting there. It's like Nipsey Hussle says, a marathon, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
And it takes time. Like I realize that real fast. It's gonna take time. It ain't gonna happen. I don't give a fuck how many people want me to change overnight. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna take time. Yeah. You just can't quick snap and then boom. Oh my God. You can have an epiphany, and you know, I mean, that might work, but eventually you change yourself as you go, bro. You know what I mean? You trial and that's how I look at life. Life since I've been out has been trial and error.
Yeah.
And I've made a lot more errors than I have, gains. But those errors have shown me what not to do now in real life. You know what I mean? This is what I consider real life, the streets, the surviving out here. You know what I mean? And there, that's fucking easy, bro. But out here, that's what I mean. That's where it really, you got to put forth the effort, and it's gonna, like, it's gonna get you down more times than not. Life's gonna kick the fuck out you, bro. And it's kicked the shit out of me for like the last year, but I haven't stopped, and I won't, because that's not in me just to give up. I might get depressed sometimes and be like, man, fuck this. I just want to go to the hood and fucking do. Nah, I gotta snap out of it real fucking fast and just delve right back into the hardships that is this. And that's what I've been doing. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? I feel your pain. I feel your hunger. I feel your ambition, dog. You know what I mean? And you are gonna get there, dog.
Yeah, I'll get there.
You know what I mean?
I got solid people around me. I got you, my family.
Yeah.
I got people that encourage me for the positive instead of the negative.
I mean, just having you on this platform right here, dog. Look at how many, like, you have a gift, bro.
Uh-huh.
You have a gift.
Thank you.
To be to paint a picture, dog. To tell a story, dog. To, like, bro, like, I mean, it's amazing, dog. You have over 500,000 views on a channel that only has a few thousand subscribers, bro.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? The power of the power of your words, the power of your story, bro, is huge, dog. You know what I mean? And I hope that alone, those numbers right there, and all,
yeah, they're impactful.
Yeah, I hope they inspire you.
Well, I look at it like
to move forward.
That's 250,000 people that actually took the time, rather it be a minute, rather it be 5 minutes, rather it be a segment, rather it be the whole 3 hours, that took time out of their day to sit there and listen to what I had to say. And hopefully I made an impact, whatever surface I scratched within you, or whatever, crevices I got in you to inspire something. I hope I did. And if I didn't, then, I guess I didn't. But my story is here to help others. And especially, a lot of people that tell me to focus on the youth. And, I know I was with youth once. I'm only 32 years old, so I still know how it is to be young.
Yeah.
Back then, thinking from a gang member's point of view. And the only thing I can say is they're not going to want to see you in person and listen to you, but they'll watch you. And if they're encouraged by it, hopefully it might redirect them some type of way in their life. Touch maybe 1, 2, 3 people, and you made an impact that way. But I've been reading the comments, and I read it almost everyone. I go by them. I don't reply a lot of the times, but I appreciate everybody that says it.
Yeah, no doubt. So when we the last time you were on the podcast, bro, where did we?
We left off that I just got kicked out during Christmas. I was on a 5-day layover in Folsom, waiting to go to Centinela.
This was after
the hunger strikes, 2015, ending in 2015, and I hit New Folsom. I think I told that little part. I hit New Folsom. We were there for about 5 days. My homie looked out with TVs and all that, and from there we took another bus. Again, it was like I told you, it was 9 of us. We took another bus to Delano, New Delano. We laid over there in ASU 1 for about a day. And during this time, we're all shocked, you know what I mean? Because it's actually happening. And I'm going to 270, so I haven't been on the Mainline in a long time, you know what I mean? But I just know that I'm gonna be on the Mainline with these individuals. And it's not only an honor, but it's a token that you could take with you, knowing that you were alongside these individuals you've heard your whole life about. You know what I mean? These legends.
These legends, yeah.
You know what I mean? And to actually see them
in the flesh.
Was like, if you really believed in this and you really took this lifestyle serious, you were awestruck. It was like meeting fucking the president of the United States. You feel me? But to them, it's like, they are who they are. But to you, it's like fucking, you know what I mean? And knowing this, sitting there in New Delano, knowing this, and we're just talking, these are solid, men that I'm with, that we're all going to the same place. I know we all came from the same place. That's why I know they're solid. You know what I mean? So when we get there, it takes another bus, and we end up going, and we cut through San Bernardino on the freeway. We cut through, the main way, Pacoima, Sanford, and we're going towards Banning and Beaumont. and we pop over in Beaumont. That's my area, IE. So we pop over in Beaumont and we park right there by the county jail. Been to this county jail many times, Banning County Jail.
Yeah.
And right there, I'm just thinking like, fuck, bro, I'm so close to fucking home. I haven't been this far down south in almost like 10 years.
Yeah.
And you know, that's what people don't understand, that us in the prison system, some of us, like we like to, if you're doing a stretch, you want to move, bro. I don't know about anybody else, but I like to go up and down the state. And you know, you get to move and you go, like Centinela is way out in the Salton Sea in Imperial by Parole, all that stuff right there by what is it, Calexico? I think over that way, right? So we're pulling over. They give us the peanut butter lunches, and I'm with a camarada from Long Beach, and we're just chopping it up and shit. And we pick up a couple. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We picked up a couple other people. No, I'm sorry. We're in Banning. We end up going to Calipat. We pick up and we drop off. So we hit Centinela probably about 3 or 4 o'clock. We get into the holding cell, right? Now, by this time, we already know where a lot of people have went. And a lot of people are going to Centinela C yard, B yard. They're filling it up. It's specifically a shoe kick out. So whether you're incorporated to Atchapee, Pelican Bay, whatnot, you're going to get kicked out. They have designated prison yards where shoe kickouts are eligible to go. So because of security risks or whatnot. So once we get there, I'm in the holding cell and we're with the regular guys and we're all chopping it up. You're in the holding cell. You're waiting to get housed to the yard, going through the motions, medical, we're watching fucking Terminator on it. And it's a matter of fact, it's Terminator Salvation, right? And I'm watching this, and this is we end up getting to Centinela January 2nd in 2016. Okay. So I get housed on C yard. Now, a lot of us that came from the Bay, well, practically almost about 7 of us that came from the Bay. The other 2 got housed on B yard. We get housed on C yard. So normally I asked the Hudas, I was like, well, what's up with C yard? Like, who's all there? And he's like, man, that's fucking half of Pelican Bays right there. That's your guys' yard. Most of fucking damn near all that yard is fucking from the shoe. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm already knowing practically who's there just by name though. Now, granted, the people I've known in the Bay for years, known their names, I've never met them in person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you just hear about, like, a lot of them haven't met me. So they might think I'm a fucking dark ass Mexican, big old fucking brocha. And then when they see me, they're like, damn, this fool is white as fuck, dog. Like, his last name's Lee, you know what I mean? But, oh, this is the homie shooter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. They recognize the voice. You got voice recognition. That's how you get to, you hear, hey, 6 block. I know the voice. Oh, that's the homie. I know who that is. That's the Gava, or that's the black yelling over, but I know who it is just by the voice, but never seen him. So when I get housed, I start going through and I get housed in CR2 block. Right. And I'm in cell 250 all the way towards the end. And this is what orientation. So you're on a 2-week orientation. Right. So all 9 of us end up getting housed in 2 block because that's where it's orientation. But where I'm at on the side where I'm at on C side is fucking C status. Right. So all the homies and everybody that's on C status, so they got the shit status, right? The who that's on fuck with right there. You don't get none pass, none of that shit, right? You don't get the shower, you don't get, because you're all on C status. You feel me? So I'm just right there on orientation. So I'm getting there and I'm filling shit out. But
I know people hate when I do this.
But
like, why do you interrupt them?
No, go ahead.
So C status, when you're on C status in prison, it's because you're not programming.
Yeah, you got too many 115s. Whatever the case of the 115 may be, you have too many of them.
Yeah. So this is for the cats that don't know. And I did this periodically on our last interview, bro. And they were like, why the fuck you interrupting them? Whoa. And bop. You know what I mean?
Pretty sure everybody's interested.
But so C status is the homies that they're not programming on the yard. They're not. And when we mean by programming, you got to go to work or you have to go to school. You know what I mean? You know, we have jobs and blah. Like, or you're getting 115s, you're getting busted for, for tattooing or making pruno or, you know what I mean? Just different shit. Pruno. Yeah. and that will put you on C status. But real quick, moving forward, tell me you hear that drum beat. Real quick, tell me you hear that drum beat. All 183 of you tapped in right now. Hit that subscribe button while you're at. Tell me you hear this drum beat. It's coming right now. Oh, yes. All right, cool. Thank you.
What's up, little noser? I see you, man.
All right.
But, so
C status. You guys are on orientation, and orientation is kind of like a C status too. Like,
you're on there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So basically, you got to see committee, and then you finally get housed, and you can move from the block.
Yeah.
So I get there, and I haven't walked a child my whole prison sentence. right? So we get to this 270 yard on C yard in Centinela, and they implemented walk to chow. So I'm like, walk to chow. Like I'm used to getting served through the tray slot, or at least I'm just bringing it. You know what I mean? On the 180s, you don't even walk the chow. You just get served in the block.
Serving you like an animal.
Yeah, exactly. So when they're like, pop your thing, it's like 6 o'clock. I got no celly yet, right? Because in the Bay, you're single cell. So you got to get approved by committee to have a celly. So all of us are single cell, right? So I'm like, fuck, but we're thinking we're the only ones from the Bay right there, right? At the time. So we're like, all right, we're trying to get shit like, hey, we're sticking together because we're the 9 that came down. So as we go, I start seeing all these individuals that I've known their names. And I'm like, man, all right. So that's what he looks like. Okay, man, that's okay. That's not what I thought, but all right. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah.
And so I start going, right? So I'm just chilling right there. And eventually, like I get to use a phone. I get to talk to my family. So I call my mom. I haven't talked to my mom 9 years. I mean, remember I told you when we got our first phone call, I called my dad. So we only got one phone call to let him know where we're going. So, my dad would have to spread the word to my mom, my family, it would get the word out. You get one person. So when I talk to my mom, she starts crying. Well, when my mom starts crying, I start crying. You know how that goes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. When moms cry, you really can't help it. That's your mom's. You know what I mean? If you love her, you're going to cry. So at the time, it's a happy cry. You feel me? But I'm like by myself and I'm like, fuck. So I'm just calling everybody that I still have the numbers memorized. And a couple of them, this number has been changed and shit like that. So I'm like, all right, like my brother's number was changed. I had to call my dad to get that one. And then it's all old numbers you have in your addresses book for years, you know what I mean? Because when you're in the hole, you don't have the luxury of a phone. So you're snail mail. You know what I mean? You get very creative with your letters. But anyways, I get to use the phone. So everybody's all happy. And I'm like, the first thing, everybody's, when you come visit, I want to visit. You know what I mean? I want to get out there. I want some fucking ice cream. I want to eat some fucking food. So they're like, all right. So, I get there, I order my package. I get everything I need on the Mainline, the hot pot. I get headphones. I get my CD player going. I get a couple CDs cracking. All the little snacks you can get in the package. I get my fucking like soap and body washes and shit that actually means shit to us in there that normal people just buy at the market and be like that.
What is your favorite shit to get in the package, bro?
My favorite, like, what do you mean?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, my package is coming. I can't
okay, like I have an obsession with the top ramen spicy lime shrimp. That one, the green one that you only used to be able to get it in the package, bro. So you would have to order 20 of those and make sure they only came out to like a couple pounds so you could fit them in. But 20 of those, that was a luxury. I used to love those. Waiting for it and then mix it in with a little Velveeta. You know what I mean? The beans, get the burritos going, but having that seasoning. That was that, yeah. Because when even the homies that would go to packages, and you know what I mean, they owe me a couple favors, or I needed a favor. I just be like, hey, give me like fucking 20 of those goddamn soups, bro. And we're good. That's all I want. We're good. They'd be like, all right. But I used to know homies that had like fucking, you know how the lockers are in there, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers literally have the whole locker full of Irish Spring, fucking, you know what I mean, Jergens, cosmetics, and it was cool because on a lockdown, cosmetics came through. So those that were smart would always stock up on your cosmetics for a lockdown. Yeah, and the 180s and shit, you're always on lockdown. 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 2 weeks, whatever the investigation may be. You're gonna be on lockdown. So a month we ain't going to the store. You know what I mean? Because you hardly go to the store in the 180. So the ones you go to the store with are the races that are up during the lockdown.
Yeah,
like whether it be the chinos or the others, the bite size, whatever the case may be. You lock it in with them and you get your store going. But other than that, you're asked out if you ain't stockpiled or you ain't smart about your shit. You know what I mean? You ain't smart about loading up on your food. A lot of dudes ain't really smart about their food, man. They take that shit for granted, bro. They don't know how to live off of portions and shit, So yeah.
Shit, sometimes I would be on lockdown sometimes, and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna break this soup in half.
Yeah,
dog.
and
I do it half soups, dog.
Then,
so I get my sandwich and shit, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, all right, I'm gonna make half of a soup, and I'll just put in my sandwich. Whoa.
Yep.
Are you? I mean, you know, a little extra more water on that. Hey, blow that shit up extra big. You know what I mean?
This, what about when you get the soup and you fold it in half and you cut it in fours? And then you make the little sandwiches like for lunch on the little ham sandwiches.
Oh, you talking about a manwich?
Yeah, you put like, because sometimes you ain't got it, so you got like one soup and you're like, all right, Sally, fuck, bro. Boom, burger, be like, here's half, and I feel like, oh, all up in the thing. You see me like, man, dog, you're gonna be hungry later, but I can't get you another soup, bro, because we gotta survive off this shit. You feel me? So Yeah, that I know what you're talking about.
How about when your celly ain't got no food, dog? You know what I mean?
Those
and you're on that late night tip, and you want to get a chip. You don't really want to share it, so you're just opening that shit real slow, knowing damn well we can hear that shit.
You're slowly. You're trying to be slow. You're like, oh shit, look it up. All right, we see, bro. And then you hide the evidence in the morning.
Fuck, dog. Fuck it. You scandalous too. We both scandalous. Have you been there, bro?
I've been there, but those type of cellies, like, they usually have a problem. So I usually get them out. The ones that can't, like, if it's legit, like your family ain't taking care of you, but you got to hustle, you're drawing, you're trying to do something to bring something into the cell, then that's what matters. But if you're just sitting there trying to eat off my food, bro, like, and I'm out here hustling, doing everything I got to do to bring in for the cell, and I'm feeding you, which I have no problem with, because you're coming out. That's what we're taught to do. But when you don't do nothing, you just lay back like, oh man, I'm gonna crack the soup open. I'm like, what the fuck, man? We got like 30 soups left, bro. Like, it's been 2 months, you haven't brought shit in. And that's what kind of gets me pissed off.
I'll be the type of dude like, homie, if you ain't got nothing, you ain't got no hustle, you better have some good jokes, homie. You better have me laughing, bro. You better be so funny, homie, that I'm, you know what I mean? Like, entertainment. You better be 24/7 entertainment, bro. You know what I mean? But usually not even that helps it out, bro, because I mean, it kind of sucks, bro. You know what I mean? If you're in with an individual that has absolutely no hustle, when he was on the streets, he burned his fucking mom, he burned his pops, he burned everybody that was possibly could help him, bro. And now he's there mad dogging your butt naked soup in the bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still share half with him. I would never do that. Like, if I got one soup left, you're getting half.
I eat that motherfucker in front of him, dog.
But see, here's the thing, though. Like, if I give you the tools and I give you the incentive to get something, to bring something, I don't give a fuck what it is, bro. Bring a fucking soap. Bring a fucking something. I don't give a shit. A pepper shaker. Bring something into the cell that could have us with like consistency, that could help us like substance. You know what I mean? That could help us survive. Then I'll basically put it. But what I learned about the Mainline is you have the ability to choose and re-choose your cellies. So if I'm not compatible with you, or you don't like me, in some of the cases, not that I don't like, I'm not the big dog, alpha dog in the fucking cell and be like, hey, homie, you got to move in. Like, if I don't get along with you, dog, and you don't like me and I move into your cell, then there's no issue. I move out. You know what I'm saying? But I've had those where it's not just, I just don't like you. Sometimes they don't like me. They don't like my program. They don't like that I work out at 4:30 in the morning. They don't like that I do this. And it's like, you know, I know where this is headed. So before it heads there, I'm just going to clip it in the butt and I'm going to move out. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to bring it to your attention. I'm like, the dog, this ain't working. Because, you know, sometimes it says, camaradas don't always make the best cellies. Your homeboys don't always make the best cellies. And it's always like, oh, homie, I'm going to sell up with my homie from the hood. Nah, bro, that's the worst thing you could do. I mean, there's probably, you know, success stories on that. But more often than not, homies that sell up, or people that you might be dogs on the yard, but in the cell, that person is totally different, bro. Living with that individual is something different. You know what I mean? Because when you're living with somebody in a box, you got to grow accustomed to them. You know what I mean? And their mood swings and what they got going on and
their habits.
And you got to understand that you're not the only one living in here. And if you got that type of mentality, you're going to lose quick. And you're going to end up on the wrong side of something, bro. If you got that type of height, you're going to be known, this fool can't sell to nobody. Get the motherfucker off the yard, bro. Yeah. He can't live with nobody. He's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Check it out, dog. I was in Susanville 3-yard, dog. You know what I mean? And I was a fucking hothead, bro. I mean, I was a dude that I'd be playing poker, dog, and I'd be just talking fucking shit, talking reckless, homie. You know what I mean? And, you know, there's gangsters there, homie. Yeah. You know what I mean? I ain't the only gangster right there, homie. Right. And a couple cats, they were, you know what I mean? They weren't having it, dog. One cat pulled me to the side. Hey, Lucky, check it out, homie. I don't like the way you got at me on that whoopie whoop. And that's a real dude, though. And my mentality was like, all right. I mean, I told this one dude, I said, all right, homie, what you want to do? You want to go in the cell, homie? Because what I told you, bro, you took that shit the wrong way, dog. Yeah, I was just you know what I mean? I was just fucking around. You took that the wrong way. My bad. But if that ain't good enough, dog, what's happening? Yeah. We can go in the cell right now, dog. You know what I mean? But anyways, long story short, bro, I had a couple, they're called mutual combats, homie, with homies. And you're not supposed to do that in the prison. You're not supposed to be fighting with homies. This isn't YA. I mean,
we're grown ass men.
You can't be doing that shit, dog. And the homie, and being the fact that the homies in the yard had love for me. You know what I mean? You know, I kind of slid through on a couple things, dog. Right. I justified a couple of my things, dog. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And long story short, I jacked my points up, dog. You know what I mean? From the 3 yards. So I'm getting sent to Calipat 4 yard, dog. I ended up on B yard, dog. You know what I mean?
270.
Yeah. And so I end up on that yard, dog, on a lockdown, dog.
That prison's no joke, bro.
The cops had killed a homie from Florence, dog. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So we're on a lockdown right there, dog.
They shot him in the head, right?
Yeah, they shot him in the head during the riot, dog. You know what I mean? And so it's on site with the Judas, dog. You know what I mean? So I get sent in a cell with a resident from San Bernardino County, dog. You know what I mean? And he was a youngster, dog, that was tweaked out one day and did some crazy shit. And now he is doing, I'm going to say he was doing 18, 19 years, dog. First time ever being busted, bro. And so I'm in the cell with them, bro. You know what I mean? And, you know, I've been around already at this point in my career of doing time, bro. You know what I mean? And so the homies read my 128G, dog. You know what I mean? And they said, look, I remember it was a homie from San Diego. He said, hey, look, what's up with this? He gets out of
explain this from what the 128G is.
A 128G is you have 128Gs, you have 114s. 114s is your lockup orders in the hole. You know what I mean? That tells you what you're in the hole for. A 128G will tell you what you've been busted for in the pen. And if you have any, and outside, if you have any R's on your jacket, you know what I mean? Shit like that, dog. You know what I mean? 128G will just, you have to show your paperwork, bro. You know what I mean? On yards, on real,
you are.
Yeah, on real yards, dog.
So it's like your resume. So if you go to a job, it's basically like that. You give them their resume.
Yeah, 100%. So I showed the homie, he was a good homie. He was a lifer. He's from San Diego, dog. I remember his name to this day. I don't want to say it. But anyways, he said, look, he goes, he got me on paper. He said, bro, what's up with these mutual combats? I said, hey, homie, check it out, dog. You know, it's just some shit that happened, bro. You know what I mean? These misunderstandings, bro. You know what I mean? Hothead, whoop-de-whoop-whoop, card, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't give him 100%, but I gave him a brief because he had that coming. He's asking, bro. Yeah, I gave him a summary of, you know what I mean? And he goes, all right, cool, bro, but just check it out, though, dog. There's no tolerance for that right here.
Yeah, none of that.
He told me 100%. He goes, I'm giving you a heads up, my boy. I mean, there's no tolerance for that right here. And I said, say no more. So I'm in the cell with this dude. I'm in the cell with this dude. He's a resident. And he was a cool cat when he was sober. Right. But we were making wine in there, bro. You know what I mean? Every time we got our, you know, our juices, our apples, all of our shit, dog. You know what I mean? He already had a rotation going in there, dog, of making Pruno, dog. You know what I mean? And so we got drunk in there 2 times. And both times that he got drunk in there, bro, from being just a good, cool kid, all of a sudden, he was the fucking devil, bro.
That would snap, dog.
He would snap, dog. And he'd be like, you know, he'd be right there, like, you know, one time he was there and I could have sworn he had a razor in his hand, dog. And this isn't me being paranoid, dog. No, this is just me seeing a switch that's being flipped due to alcohol. Right. You know what I mean? And every time he'd be sitting there and he would act like he was evil, bro. You know what I mean? And he just like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, homie.
But he's a kid though.
And I'm like, bro, like, are you okay, dog? Like, what just happened, bro? Yeah. We were just whoop-de-whoop-wooing. And you got to a point in your 3rd cup of wine, and now you just snapped. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I wanted to beat the fuck out of this dude. I wanted to beat the fuck out this dude, dog. You know what I mean? I swear to God, dog.
Because it's your life at that point, your safety.
Homie, yeah, bro. Homie, check
I'm not going to sleep.
Check it out, dog. Homie, if I didn't have that little jacket on my record from the previous, you know what I mean? The mutual combats, bro. Off the rip, dog. You know what I mean? I would have whooped his motherfucking ass, dog. You know what I mean? Off the strength. And then I would have been able to justify to be like, hey, homie, this fool got a razor, homie. I don't know. This fool drunk. We got him drunk twice, homie. And this fool whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I mean? And they'll be like, all right, look, fuck it. Right? You know what I mean? You know, I'd probably be able to slide on that shit, dog. But being the fact that I come into this prison where, so I had a homie, my homie, Cricket was right there at the time. And there was a couple cats that knew me right there, bro. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, they knew you through the system.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So they could be like, hey, homie, look, Luck's solid, dog. You know what I mean? But still, this dude that has the Yavis right there, dog, he don't know me, bro. You know what I mean? He got the block, he don't know me, bro. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want to push the issue, dog. So I let this dude slide. I'm like, you know, I'm just not gonna whoop his ass, you know what I mean? And then and so when he's sober, I'll be like, hey, bro, what's up, homie? The fuck is up with you, homie? Yeah. When you drunk, homie.
Like, what goes on in your head, bro?
What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Long story short, dog. I got lucky. My homie Cricket, he was a tier tender, dog. Old school cat, dog. You know what I mean? And he made a move with the Juras. The Juras would let him out.
Oh, yeah, to make the move. Some moves.
The Juras would let him out, bro, to clean the theater and shit, dog. You know what I mean? And but they would only let him out when there was no Juras on the floor, dog. Being the fact that we, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, it's on site with them or whatever, dog. And anyways, man, I got lucky. He made the move, dog, and I got out of that cell, dog. And I went and set up with my homie, dog. And I was like, damn, homie, you know?
Hell yeah.
But I'm sorry, dog.
No, go ahead. That was a good ass story.
No, these are. I mean, dog. This is why I love sitting with you, dog. Because you know
it's easy to talk.
It's easy. Yeah, we can reminisce and all this shit. So, but anyway, so you're on orientation.
Yeah, I'm on orientation. So I get a ducket, and what a ducket is a little piece of paper, and they tell you have an appointment, whether it be committee, medical, whatever that. So you have to see to that. It's mandatory that you show up. So I get a little ducket. 10 o'clock. Going to committee. So I go with about 4 other individuals that came down with me. So they come up and they're like, okay, so you came from the Bay. You know what this is? This is a kick out 270. We're trying a new program. Whoop. Are you okay to Bay? Do you have any safety concerns? No, I'm good. I'm good. They're like, okay. So you're going to be okay, right? And I said, yeah. So do you want to sell? I said, yeah, shoot me a celly. So I go back and probably about 11 cells down from me in 241, I believe. Yeah, 241. There's a homeboy of mine that's from my city that I've only heard about, but he's been in the system for like the last 14, 13 years. Yeah. One of my originals, you know? So when I finally get the chance to meet him, I'm honored because I've heard so much about him. And I'm like, you know, I don't like the term little homie, but you know, man, I say like, I'm your younger homeboy. I'm your little homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Because at this time I'm 30 years old, so I'm not a little homie no more. You know what I mean? But affectionately, camarades do refer to you as that, the older ones, and that's when I take it as a term of endearment. You know
I call my homies that are your age, bro. I call them the little big homies. So.
Yeah, the little big.
I make it feel a little bit better. No, it's not that because right now they're
still little to you, but they're
the big homies to a bunch of cats below them, bro. You know what I mean? So
I end up we end up talking on the way to Chow. In fact, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. When I go to the committee, we're gonna sell up. So he's like, yeah, you know, and this individual, he's very poised. You know what I mean? He's very on point. He's a very smart, one of the smartest individuals I've ever met. This dude used to play chess with people in Paris and Europe and Germany through the mail, move by move. And 2 years later, he won $800 by checkmating this dude through the mail. And he was part of this chess league. He was a master. He was very smart. Like he's one of the dudes where I could really prove a point and say, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. I've seen it where he'd be like, I'm gonna draw this. And sure enough, 3 days later, the motherfucker got to draw it. And I'm like, all right, so I get that opportunity. So finally we set up. He moves down to my cell in 250 and he has a Super 3. So this is 2016. A lot of people don't have the Super 3s no more. So I'm like, bring it. So go ahead.
Super 3.
Yeah.
Let them know what a Super 3 is.
Okay, so Super 3 is it's like a speaker. It's basically, it is a speaker. It's a
motherfucking boombox.
Yeah, it's a boombox, bro, but it's a huge ass speaker, but it thumps. Like you was in a car like 215s.
So back in the day, like when I entered the system, in 96, dog. January of 96, bro. And when you'd be on the prison yards were bumping.
Yeah.
You'd walk
out with their day.
Yeah. You'd walk by the Bay Area black dudes and they got the too short. You know what I mean? I'm a player, bitch. You know what I mean? You walk by the fucking the Southern Cali, the Crips or whatever, you know what I mean? Bloods, you know what I mean? They got the Tupac, whoop, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like you'd hit the old school homies, they got the oldies, bro. Like the yards were bumping, bro. You know what I mean? And the Super 3, what they would do is they would hook the Walkman up to the Super 3. Yeah, they hooked that shit up, bro. You hit a yard, bro, and you're like, oh shit, okay,
that was a Mainline,
homie. You bumping? You got your motherfucking hard times mug, coffee mug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like we are in motherfucking prison, and so now in prison they no longer allow
unless you have it.
So the
trip on this,
yeah.
My homeboy had this shit for 9 years.
You can't get these no more.
Can't get these.
Yeah.
In and out the hole. Fucking 602s. Who that's taking all your property? Him going through it all the way to the Sacramento to say this is my shit. And he kept it. So when I seen it, I'm like, yeah, what's he? Oh, he's got Pac. All eyes on me. Boom, started bumping this shit, right? I'm like, yeah. So we started cleaning the cell, putting the pictures up. We're getting ready, right? So basically the MAC rep comes up to me, and what a MAC rep is an inmate that for the race goes around and handles all the issues with the hudas or does all the moves, or you know, he just gets about. He's out there. He's a MAC rep, so he could go to the yards, the blocks, make sure all the issues in the prison are settled for our race.
It's kind of like he's kind of like just a mouthpiece.
Yeah, he's a mouthpiece.
He's a mouthpiece.
So he comes over to us. This is 2 days later after we moved in. I'm still in 250. And he's like, hey, bro. He's like, hey, Holmes. He's like, check this out. This is C status. And the Hudas are asking us if you could do us the bottle, be the bottle. And he's like, hey, if you and your homeboy can move to 235. So I'm like, I got no problem with it. You know what I mean? Because I just got to the mainline. So I'm like, you know what? Nah, I don't know nothing. So I'm cool. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So boom, we the same night, dude. He comes over and he's like, all right, here, boom, you got the bed move 10. I forgot what is it, 1030? No, not 1030. A 1085. The bed move.
The bed moves, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
They put it in. Comes back.
Forms. He's talking about a form.
Yeah, it's a form that the COs put in to move you.
Yeah.
So, anyways, they move us 235. So we start moving our shit. And I'm like, fuck. Well, right there, we got the digital antennas. So in 250, I had all the channels. Well, in Imperial, in Centinela, you get Calexico and Mexico channels. So you get all the bomb movies. And they had this one called, if you're in Centinela or Calipat, it's called Punto Cinco or Cinco Punto, right? Actually, I'm sorry, Canal Cinco. And it's a channel 5, but they have all the best movies in English, Spanish, whatever you want, bro. This shit is shit. No commercials, nothing. So I had all those channels. I get 235, I'm not picking up shit. So I'm pissed. I'm like, damn, fool. Like, what the fuck, dog? Like, fuck, we're right by the stairs. And it was just like a bonehead move I did. Our sync doesn't fucking work. And I'm like, man, fuck. So I'm like, all right. So finally I come out. I'm about to hit my first yard, right? And there's 4 people that are in 3 block over there that I know of. And again, only know them by name. So when I hit the yard, I asked the homies, like, hey, we're so-and-so, we're so-and-so, we're so-and-so. And they're like, oh, he's right here. He's like, damn. Walk up to him, like, what's up, Holmes? I'm the shooter. You know, you introduce yourself, mucho gusto. And I'm like, fuck, I'm thinking in my head, you do not look like what I thought, bro. Yeah. You do not look like what I thought. So they're like, all right. So anyways, I about 2-3 more yards later, me and my homeboy, I'm getting to know him because he's been down almost 14 years. So he's heard of me through the system, and I've heard of him through the streets and the system. He had a sentence of 23 years. He's out now, but he had a sentence of 23 years for gang enhancement and some other shit. So he's been down, bro, and he's very like a legal beagle. He's really in the law. So he's been habeas corpus and shit, trying to get this back in the law. Finally, he did it within the middle of last year, got out.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're just, you know, getting to know. He's both coming off the shoot too. He's coming out of Salinas Valley. You know what I mean? So he's right there. And we're just going through the motions. You know what I mean? Because I look up to him. I got a lot of respect for this dude that I've heard, not only through the system, but from my righteous homeboys. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, I'm all for this. What can I learn from him? You know what I mean? Because he is a smart individual. So we go like that. I reach out to people on 3 block. And I'm like, hey, I want to move to 3 block. So some individuals know me from the Bay that are already in that block. So they're like, yeah, boom, they put in the move. Same weekend, I shoot over to 3 block. Nice. I land in 121. Now there's 4 individuals in that particular block, and I get to meet them, and you know, I'm doing good. Like I'm warming up to them. You know what I mean? And it's just like I'm pretty sure it's more of a shell shock to them than it is to me of actually being out on the main line, because these men have been locked down for 30 years, some 40 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So for them, they don't remember what the main or what their main line was like in the 80s. To the main line it is right now. They've only heard through bits and pieces of being in there of what and how it is, but it's not going to be like that no more once they're there. So now it's a new frontier. So now we got to see how are they going to run this, and I'm all for it. Like, I don't know if a lot of individuals are thinking like me at the time, but I'm all for learning. I'm like, damn, I have the ability to sit here, and regardless of what I consume from them, or what enriches me with my quality of skills, how can I use it? And remember, I told people in the last segment that I became the learner that I just started to watch instead of ask, because at a point in time, you just need to learn. A lot of people are going to get irritated, and you're not going to like the response they give you. And it's not personal to them. It's just, you know, they're at the stage of life where they don't got the time for that shit no more. Yeah. To tell you or to pass it down, because they probably tried it in the past with 4 or 5 other people, and it just hasn't worked. People don't listen. You know what I mean? People are hard-headed, stubborn, shit like that. So I just watch it, and more often than not, I'm a likable guy. There's not a lot of people that don't like me. And for those that don't like me, I don't know what the reason is, but I guess they don't like me. But for more people than not, I'm like a guy. I'm very respectful. You know what I mean? I'm very loyal. I'm all for encouraging the next person. I don't try to, even if you're doing bad, bro, I don't give a fuck if you're, doing hella bad in there, if you know what I mean. I'm still not going to look at you, call you, or treat you any differently than the man I know you are. You're just going through a tough time. You know what I mean? So I know eventually, if you don't pick yourself off from that, you weren't built for this, homie. You know what I mean? And that's how I started to do. And I've been around camaradas that are like, hey, fuck this fool, dog. And they talk to homies with straight disrespect, to another man with straight disrespect. And it's like, fuck. And I'm sitting there listening to this. And the other man is taking it because he ain't got a choice, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't got a choice but to sit there because you put yourself in that type of situation. You feel me? So anyways, we end up going over there. And we're in 121. There's two of them that are on the bottom tier with me. And we're walking the chow, and I'm just getting to know. I'm going through the motions, you know what I mean? We're getting everything, the programs going, school. We're getting all the Christians out of the program office so we could get in there. We're getting all the jobs, the kitchen jobs, the jobs that, we know how shit runs. There's not going to be no bullshit on this yard. None of that. No tolerance, no nonsense. None of that bullshit, bro. We're going to operate like we're fucking grown-ass men. No talking behind people's backs. No saying fuck this fool or fuck that fool or this. None of that. Cut that shit with me, bro. I'm not doing any of that. And any of these men aren't. They don't want to hear this shit. You know what I mean? So when we start doing that, I start going, right? And I start getting shit in. And this is probably like 3 months into the Mainline. And I'm with my cellie. And I end up, we end up getting some stuff. And I ended up doing it. You know what I mean? I ended up being weak-minded at the time. And it's substances, substance abuse. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say particular what, but, you could put your mind, you could wrap your mind around it. I mean, you could paint the picture for yourself of what I'm doing. But I ended up getting real bad. And during the 9 years, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I've always had a problem since I was younger with substances. And in prison, it's a downfall. It's a hard, cold, rocky, scary downfall. Substances.
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs. So it is. And so I get there and I remember it is crazy, but look, this is how it happened. We got out the shoe. We got sick. Okay. So like it started with one person. And when you're fresh out, you go and you shake a motherfucker's hand. You know what I mean? Mucho gusto, nice to meet you. That shit spreaded it, bro. And this shit was like during the time of like H1N1, just started doing the season, right? So finally we narrow down to who it is, right? And we start the fist bump movement. Okay, but by this time I'm sick, bro. Sicker than it. I think I have pneumonia. I was sick for 2 fucking weeks. It started off as a head one, just stuffy, moved down to the fucking body, and then renovated up to the lungs. So the last part of it, you're coughing up your fucking lungs.
Sound like you had the corona, homie.
No. This is 2016. I don't know what the fuck I had.
Yeah.
But imagine, people, we're in Pelican Bay for 9 years. We're secluded, set up. We don't get sick. If we get sick, it's because the staff bring it in. But right there, we got visits. We got everything moving. So, I always take my flu shot. I didn't believe in that at first because the flu shot does what it does is breaks down your immune system and it rebuilds it. So it rebuilds it for the virus that at that time, the strain of the flu or whatever strain of the flu that you're fighting, it still covers it, but it still breaks you down so you're more susceptible to catching it. But I still take it because I haven't got sick. So I didn't take it in Pelican Bay before I left. They offered it. And it was during flu season, October to December. And they're like, you get it free right there. I'm like, hell nah, fuck that. So I didn't take it. Worst idea I've ever had. Worst. I've always took it every year. And I don't know why. Maybe I was absent-minded at the time. I don't know. But I get sicker than shit. Well, certain substances, they clear up the sinuses when you use them. You feel me? So I'm like, I know this. So I'm like, you know what? I got a runny nose. I'm coughing. I know it's going to clear it. Let me do it. So, of course, I ask, it comes. Whatever. Boom. My cellie doesn't touch this shit. Never in his life. The only thing he fucks with is coffee. This dude don't even drink. Doesn't smoke tobacco. Nothing. And so I'm like, okay, cool. This is on me. You know what I mean? I'm already in that type of mind state. So I'm already thinking like it turned into a little bit too, I'm gonna do the whole fucking thing because I don't feel it. And I haven't got high miss. So it's just one, it's just one high. Why not? You know what I mean? I'm rationalizing this shit with myself on my bunk, on the top bunk, like this. I got the thing right here, and I'm like, just a little bit, dog. Just a little bit. I'm like, man. And I'm forcing myself, pumping myself up to do this, and finally I'm like, fuck it, handle it, boom, let's go. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right. My celly, like, he notices immediately. He's like, hey, fool, nah, come here, bro. And he's like, jump off the bunk. I'm like, what's up? He's like, look, do whatever the fuck you want to do. But he goes, in here, you're smarter than that, fool. You know, whatever you do reflects on both of us. And I'm like, okay. But at the time, I'm doing drugs. So my mind is saying okay to him, but everything else is like, fool, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do this shit. Whether you like it or not, if I gotta sneak it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you ain't my daddy. Fool.
Yeah, you ain't my daddy. You
Get
my
the fuck
homeboy.
out of me.
But he's like, but I understand where he's coming from. I get it because
I'm trying to spit you some game.
I gave this speech to people before.
Yeah, now you're getting it,
and now I'm getting it. But I'm already in deep, bro. So I'm trying to hide this shit, and let's just say this shit stretches out for like months. I'm doing this shit. And during these months, I'm watching my reputation.
Wait, hold on real quick. You're on this for months.
Off and on.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
More on than off, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a good run in the pen.
Yeah, it's a good run in the pen.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm not going to exaggerate. Not months. Maybe like a month. A good month. Okay. And I'm just like, it's like an outer body experience. Like you're watching yourself just fall, but you're so consumed by the addiction and the thing that you feel you could control it because you controlled everything else in your life for the last 31 years. Why can't you control this? And it's just so lost on the person or me, myself, that it's an illusion. It's an illusion of grandeur. Like I can't control this shit. And just because I don't think that they might not know what I'm doing, they know exactly what I'm doing, bro. I got circles under my fucking eyes. I haven't slept in fucking 4 days. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to play it off. I'm not eating. You feel me? And I'm thinking, I'm smart. I'm smarter than these people. Fuck no. I haven't lost weight. What the fuck you talking about, homie? You're skinny. You know what I mean? I'll go out there and work out right now. That's my mentality, stupid ass mentality. Yeah. Like I got something to prove that I'm not on it, but I really am. And then you get into your moods and you start staying in. 2 days, 1 day. You don't want to go out. Why? Because you're sick. You're going through it. And all that shit reflects on it. And you don't see it until it's a fucking car crash. And everything's already hit the fan. And people that looked at you one way before don't look at you the same. They don't give you that same respect. And a lot of people will choose that route to be like, fuck it, keep going. This is me. And I went that route. And I tried. I mean, honestly, my homeboy sat there and he sat me down. He's like, look, fool, like, this ain't a good look. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, this is getting old, bro. It's getting old. Like the sorries and I want to do it again. And like you said, scheming through, but you're scheming through with these men on the yard, bro. So it's like, they're not going to tolerate too much more of your bullshit.
So what kind of bullshit are you doing, bro?
I don't want to, because there's parameters of what I can say and not say.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, let's just focus on the substances.
Yeah.
That was the main thing. And I'm lying and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do when I'm getting the substances, bro. And it's looking real fucking bad.
You're not paying the money you owe.
You could say that. I'm not saying that. But I'm reaching out to my family, bro. And I'm burning them. And I'm getting like, I don't even want to say the amount of money, but my mom, she knows what I put her through. You know what I mean? And my mom's my soldier. She's been with me through the fucking beginning, bro. My mom has never told me no, and she's always found a way. And it's like, I put her in that grave situation, having to worry about her child inside. Yeah. And, they see all this shit on NSB lockup, the National Geographic lockup, people getting stabbed. And
if I don't get him this money.
Exactly. And this is a common occurrence, but I mean, it's life. And it wasn't me at the time, but I couldn't control it, bro. I was down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was fine. And I wasn't. And it was just like people look at me as a joke, bro. A joke. And I went from the pinnacle to bam. And now I ain't got no fucking palabra. I don't got shit. You feel me? Like, this is a real fucking reality check of this is you as an addict, bro. Everything you built, and it's true. A reputation could be gone. You could build a reputation 20 years and it's gone in 10 seconds. Gone immediately. And all that shit that you strive for and shooter this and you know, it's gone. Motherfucker, fuck this fool, dog. That fool ain't nah.
Trip on this shit, dog. Did you ever hear about that one dude that built 100 bridges, but he sucked one dick?
Nah, what the fuck?
And when he died, guess what he was remembered for?
Sucking the dick.
Sucking that one dick.
Nah.
I'm not saying no you, but I'm just saying, like, it's so easy, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's so easy to do all of this.
Yeah.
Put in all this work, whatever you want to call it, bro. Go ahead.
But listen.
Yeah.
The same misery loves company. I'm not the only one that was up there for years on a downward spiral. And you know, misery loves company, so we stick together off. These fools think this, these fools think that. We're the real gangsters. And honestly, we're not. Our shit is fucking off the record, bro. Like, nobody's looking at us like nothing. You know, when people see us, they're, what's up?
So you got a squad with you.
You got a degenerate squad. So you couldn't even call it a squad. It's just like fucking, you stick together because you're on a downward spiral. And a lot of people take the outside route. But that wasn't me. I've always thought, like, whatever happens, I brought this shit on me. I did this to myself. I had no one to blame for these men's decisions other than my actions. That I was forced, that these men actually maybe have some type of likability towards me, are forced to make a decision to have someone hurt or moved on. And I brought that upon myself because I thought I was the shit. I thought, nah, these drugs ain't doing this shit. Like, fuck no. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna happen. And I was dead fucking wrong, bro. I was dead wrong. Nah, you know what? I'm the one. I'm not the one. I'm the one that's gonna skate through. Nah, they're not gonna move on me. They need me. Nah, bro. It don't work like that. Remember how I said in the beginning of the podcast, we're grown men on this yard. You're gonna be treated as such. And if you've been in the game as long as some of us, or you've done significant time, then you know what's gonna happen, bro. You automatically know within your mind what is gonna happen. Now, if you are set and prepared to mentally and physically put yourself through that, the paranoia of it is gonna happen again, the rebuilding of your mental state of actually surviving in there, because a lot of weak-minded individuals that happens to them, they close off and they break and they crumble and they don't care. They don't stand for nothing no more. And they go and they do whatever they fucking do, but it's not meant for them. So it's like, you need to have that presence of mind, that insight to yourself, that whatever road you're traveling down, if it's a negative road, if it's a road that's going to cause you to get harmed, then that is your decision. You made the path, because you can't veer off. I've tried. And you know, more often than not, people are like, oh yeah, you can, it's easy. It's like, no, it's not. It's easier said than done. Put it that way. Because I've veered off where I'm like, I'm good for a month. And then it's like, fuck, something happens. Or I just feel like I want to go on. I'm like, fuck it, I'm in prison. Why not?
Yeah.
And it's a mentality I never thought that I would find myself thinking or developing or even revering in. Like, that was, I actually felt for myself for a little bit like, this is me. And I'm okay with this. And it was a fucked up way to look at things, because I stayed there for like 2 years, right? And I got an override. But my reputation and everything's gone, bro. Like, everything I strive for it's not gone, but it's like, you know what? Like, we'll fuck with you when you open your fucking eyes, bro. Because other than that, we'll probably have to kill you. Shit like that. That type of fucking seriousness to the situation. And I ended up getting an override to a level 3, because during this time they're implementing all kinds of things, and the point system really doesn't matter. So if you do good for a year, your shoe cookout, you could drop a level.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to 8-yard Centinela on the 3-yard. And you know, these men, they gave me the ability to, like, a fresh start. Yeah. And they're like, look, man, we like you, we've known you, you're a solid, good homie. And that's verbatim. And they're like, do your time and go home. Because I had roughly about 24 months left, about 2 years.
These are the homies telling you this.
These are the men telling me this.
Yeah.
The men telling me this. And they're like, do your time and go home. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get to that yard and I end up selling up with a homie in 4-yard. And a lot of people that are over there, they still know me. So they're like, fuck, okay. they embrace me, but they're like, fuck, Shooter's here. And they know everything I've been doing and going through on the other yard, but they know what they've been through with me. They know the real me. You know what I mean? Not the one that's on drugs, but the real me, the solid one. And I'm still solid on drugs, don't get me wrong, but I'm making fucked up decisions. You know what I mean? So when they see me, they're like, it's happy, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, bro. Like, tell me you're not gonna do some bullshit. Tell me you're not gonna do some bullshit. I'm like, nah, man. And they're like, I'm telling them, like, this is what they're saying. I'm just gonna do my time and go home, bro. Like, I'm not involved in anything, nothing like that. So they're like, cool, that's all we want. You know what I mean? And I still got everything. And what happens is I sell up with somebody that's doing substances. And again, bro, I think I can control it.
Here we go.
Right? I think I can control it.
Round two,
right?
Bing.
Round 2.
Wish I had that ding. That
I know.
that bell.
So I think I can control this shit, bro. So I'm sitting in the cell and I'm like, man, I got this. No one's gonna find out. I got this. But everybody finds out, bro. Eventually everybody finds out. So, long story short, I get a fucking reality check. I get a real fucking reality check. You know what I mean? Like they were like, no, they heard what I was doing. And they're like, fuck, you thought we're playing with you, boy? Okay. And they gave me a reality check, bro. And it woke me up because it made me, and I've seen many people end up on the wrong side of the sword, bro. And it's like you watch that shit happen, but you never think it's gonna happen to you. You never think, nah, that's never gonna be me. But you've done time with the fools that you've seen get this shit happen to them. So lo and behold, I knew once a good homie of mine from lads from LA Death Squad, the Camarada side, got at me on some real shit. And he was basically like, look, dude, fucked up. We're done. And yeah, I got the reality check within that week. And I ended up in the back, right? So again, this is someone, myself, that started from power and dropped because of a single thing, which was the substances. Dropped everything, lost everything. Now, if I want to stay, I got to climb my way back up. And I got to show my actions. And it's going to take a long time. And people are going to doubt me. People are going to be like, nah. Those that hated me, that felt like, there's plenty of people in there. Because I always say, sometimes in there, men are worse than hyenas. Meaning the way they talk about people behind each other's backs. It's not good, but it's reality. And it happens. And whether you choose to stay there and listen to it or choose to walk away is your choice. But there's people I know I've been topics of conversations and there's people till this day that don't like me, bro. But I'm still here. And I made it through everything. The downfall, I made it back and I still got my respect. Yeah. So anyways, I'm in the hole. I'm by myself.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you didn't really share too much detail about it. And which is obviously your choice, your story, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, but you said reality check.
Yeah. For those that are listening, I don't want to get too far because I don't want to.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
For
but
sure.
Imagine you're just fucking up in there. So what does a reality check mean to you? What happens in prison that I don't have to say?
Okay, go ahead.
You feel what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I got a reality check and I ended up back there and I'm depressed, bro. I end up in the hole and I'm, my fucking hands are fucked up. My feet are fucked up. My knees are fucking gouged out because you're fighting, whatever. And I get back there and there's a homie from Sea Yard that I know from the Bakersfield area. He gets on the vent and he's like, oh, what's up, fool? He sees me walk in and I'm in orientation. I'm in APOD, which is orientation before you get housed in the hole. You got to go to captain review, all that, and then you get housed. So he's like, hey, he's like, you all right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you still good? And it hit me like, fuck. I'm really at this point where someone is asking me
if you're still good.
If I'm still good. And I'm like, yeah, here. And boom, I shoot him my lockup order. Boom, it goes around. I'm good. They ask me what happened. I tell them straight out, this is what happened. And they're like, well, where's the people that came with you? And I told them they didn't get caught, bro. What do you mean? I'm the only one back here. So they put that as a mutual combat because it was just fist fights, So they put it as mutual combat. So I'm back there And I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm just going through it. I'm like, I can't move. I'm in pain because of the rocks that when you fall or you fight and you boom, you fall down, they gouge you. They fucking make big ass cuts in you. You're talking about asphalt rock that's on the yards. So I'm in pain, bro. And I got big ass fucking, and these things, they hurt. Like you can't do push-ups. So when you hit the hole, you want to be like, fuck that. You want to get into a routine. You want to get shit going. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know what's going to happen. But all I know is I'm going to ride this shit out.
Yeah.
So lo and behold, boom. 3 days go by, 4 days go by. I get a captain's review. And they're like, all right, well, look, we're going to keep you here. And they said they're going to keep me there based on the people that are in the prison. You feel me? So they feel it's a serious issue. But in reality, it's not. Because if it was very, very serious, I wouldn't be breathing.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, tell them, because they come to your door. You're not allowed to step outside with IGI or, talk to the cops anyway. But the captain comes and they ask you what happened. And I simply say it's a misunderstanding. That's all it was. Because that's exactly what it looks like. The aggressor didn't come to the hole. I came to the hole. Nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, well, we don't know if we can kick you out. I'm like, well, I'm a level 3. They only have one level 3 yard right there. I'm like, I'm still in override. So they're like, all right, we're going to house you in G-Pod. And I think it was 196. In 196. And no, I'm sorry. It was 186. In 186. And we're going to endorse you to Ironwood. Because we don't know what's going on. I'm like, that's fine, whatever. Do what you guys feel you got to do. I'm good. No problems. They're like, all right. They're like, we'll see about that. So boom, I got committee scheduled for 2 weeks. So they go and the first thing I tell them, I want to sell you. They're like, well, you got a problem, right? And I was like, no, it was a misunderstanding. They're like, well, you're not targeted? I'm like, no, I'm not targeted. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I was like, it was a misunderstanding. It was mutual combat's on paper. That's all it is. I want to sell you. They're like, all right. So now you don't know what's going on. You don't know if you're good. People, this is a mind game. This is chess, brother. It's chess. So in this game, it's a deadly game. You feel me? So you don't know if you're good. You don't know if you're not. You just know that you're going to step up and shit. I'm still going to be here no matter what the fuck happens. You know what I mean? So they gave me a celly. So I'm like, okay, here we go. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just know that I'm going to be on point. But I'm not going to act weird. I'm not going to act all tense. I'm not going to act all aggressive. I'm not going to act like something's wrong. So I end up getting a celly. He's from the East LA area. And he ends up coming into the cell. We're at a yard. So I've been in the hole for about 2 months already. And I've been on this pod, this particular tier for about a good portion of that. Like a month and a half before I got moved over there. So I've already known the camaradas. We're working out. I'm already doing my thing. So I get my celly and I go back in there and he's sitting there. Right. So this is a very tense moment. Because like I said, you don't know what the fuck is going to happen. Right. And trip. So we get in there. Boom. He comes up. They cuff him. It's dinner time. My tray's already in there. So I'm like, all right. Well, you're in the hole. So in HU1, the bunks are like this, concrete. And it's just you. You don't have no TV. You know what I mean? I didn't get my TV till like a month later.
Yeah.
So it's just us. I got books. I've already been here 2 months. So my program is already running. You know what I mean? I'm running just like I did in the shoe. So we get there. They take the handcuffs off. I introduce myself. What's up, man? Sure, whoop de whoop. He's like, oh, I'm so-and-so. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, take a seat. Sit. He's like, all right, take a seat. I was like, see, homie. And I could tell he's on nerve. He's on edge. The same as me, right? But I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pay attention to it, but I'm not going to act on it. Because normally I would act on it and be like, dog, I'm looking at you the wrong way. And you make the wrong move, I'm going to move on you. You know what I mean? But at the time of saying, pace yourself. Compose yourself. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what direction it's going to be. And this is going to be the catalyst of what direction it's going to be. So if they put him in here to chill, then you're going to chill. They put him in here, then it's going to happen and it'll happen eventually. So just know it. But if it doesn't happen within an hour or 2 hours, then I'm good. But at the same time, I'm looking at him and he's fucking nervous as fuck too.
So you don't know if he's going to move on you or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's nervous as fuck too. So we're sitting in like this, side by side. And he's got his mattress down there. And he's just like this. And I'm like, we're done eating, right? And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to read a book, bro. So I turn and I turn around and I read a book. And he's still sitting there. I'm like, all right. I can just tell he's thinking. So I was like, all right. I'm like, hey, fool, is there something on your mind? He's like, hey, Holmes, I just came out the yard, dog. And I don't know what's going on. but I wasn't, you know what I mean? I got a reality check myself, and I don't know, like, are we good? And I'm not gonna tell him I'm thinking the same thing, but I'm like, here we go. All right, cool. I had a thing, right? I had a thing already. So I was like, I went with one. You know what I'm saying? I had a little melted one, but I went with one in my ass when I had the reality check. You know what I mean? So it was just like that. So I had one. I'm like, all right. I'm like, cool. And as soon as he said that, I don't really believe in coincidences, but I heard it's pensando tira, shooter. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, what's up? He's like, hey, shoot your línea. I was like, ándale. And this was like, right? I'm like, hey, fool, just relax. Relax. We're on the same boat. Relax, bro. He's like, huh? And I'm like, fool, just chill, homie. You don't know a lot about me, but just chill. He's like, fuck, fool, all right. I'm like, just relax. He's a kid. He's like 21, 22 years old. So I'm just like, relax, bro. So I fish it in. It's a little note. And, you know, thank God. He's like, hey, who's your celly? Where'd he come from?
Shoot the locker board.
Shoot the locker board. Yeah. So I'm like, hey, fool, you're good, dog. So he gets back and he's like, hey, shooter, so-and-so. Buenas noches. And I was like, ding, ding. Buenas noches. All right, bro. When we were good, he was my celly for like the next month or so.
Yeah.
And it was just shit like that because there was an individual back there that I knew very good that got snatched up. And I'm like, he knew I was here. He knew what was going on with me. And he knew how I would like to believe they knew how much of a good person and camarada I am, that I won't let this fully get the best of me. You feel me? Like I'm gonna snap out of this shit. So, boom. They put me up for transfer. I'm set up with this dude. We're working out, getting through the motion. They put me up for transfer Ironwood. So I'm like, all right, Ironwood, that's closer. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm closer to home. Now, granted, this time, since I was fucking up so bad, like my family wouldn't come visit me. Like my dad, they were done. Like they already knew I was fucking up. So they're like, we're not going through this bullshit. Like you're not taking this shit serious. You have an opportunity to get out and you're still fucking up. So I haven't seen my dad in about a year. I talked to him here and there. I would call him just, man, I talked to my brother, shit like that. And my brother's he's my brother. So he knows what I'm doing. So he's like, you're a grown ass man, bro. Just don't bring the family into it. Don't bring your dad or anybody into it. Don't use them, so to speak. So I'm like, all right. So during this time, these 3 months I'm in the back, I'm getting my head back together. I'm reforming who I am. You know what I mean? And we're just right there. So finally they're like, hey, Transpac, you're going to Ironwood. So we go to Ironwood. Guess who I see on the bus? You already know who I see on the bus. Your homeboy.
Okay.
Long hair.
Yeah.
See him on the bus, right?
Yeah.
I get to meet him. One of the coolest motherfucking dudes you ever meet. Does not look like a gangster, but is one of the hardest fools you'll meet, dog. But he looks like a straight fucking rocker. Like you'd be like, damn, dog. Like that's not what you picture. Like you wouldn't bang on him in the streets. But he's a solid and reputable person from your area.
Yeah.
So I get on him and we're introducing ourselves. We get to Ironwood and he has a very genial attitude. Like he's very happy. He's not a negative person. So we're getting to know each other, but there's another homie from the Desert Hot Springs area that I was on the yard with that knows me. He's like, what's up, fool? So that fool already gave your homeboy a rundown. So right there, we're like, you come on the bus together, you stick together. Yeah. You feel me? So we go to the same yard, orientation, we're in Reds and one block on C yard. And I have no celly again. So we're right there and Animal and the homie, Animal and the homie sell up. So anyways, we end up going to 2 block. Now, granted, this is a 3 yard, right? So automatically, like, sorry.
No, it's all good. I've been wanting to do this whole time.
Go ahead.
It's adjusts to your height, bro. That should be good. Like that. There you go.
Hey, baby, I see all your hearts. Put green ones. But granted, we're right there. So we get housed in 2 block. Now, the thing about a prison, when you move, regardless if you are respectful and respected and they know your name or they know about you or you're just an all-around good person, you get a fresh start. And normally those people at that other prison don't know that much about you. So you could really reinvent yourself. You could, bring yourself back, back to the present of who you are. Not the drug addict, not the dope fiend, not that part, but the person of who you were when you left the shoe. Because you got to be the same person you are all the time. Because if you're that person in the shoe, aren't you that person right here? You know what I'm saying? So when I got there, I got to do that and I was doing real good. You know what I mean? Your homeboy helped me a lot. He helped me a lot, bro. Like he was probably one of my best, people that were like, bro, what the fuck? Like, come on. And when we got there, and I'll say this, and I hope he watches this. We were the real gangsters there, dog. Me and that homie were the real gangsters. Cause when something happened, we're the ones. You feel me? Yeah. And he ended up catching more points and going to another prison for that. But when I say we're the real gangsters, dog, we're the ones that we really believe in this shit. We're front line, bro. We're not saying no. There is no no to us. You ask us, you ain't gonna do, we'll fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you mean saying no? You don't say no. That's not how it goes. You can, you know what I mean? But if those are not the ones that are in this lifestyle, those are the ones that are doing the prison time. You know what I mean? But for ones that are like, oh, I'm all about it, got tattoos they haven't earned, shit on them that supposedly speaks, and you're telling no, like, fool, no, you ain't no fucking gangster. You ain't no real, you know what I mean, pintero. You're not a convict. You know what I mean? So that's why you're just passing. That's why I bonded with him strong.
Yeah.
And he put up with a lot of my bullshit, bro. Because we got into the kitchen together, me and him, right? And, coming from the time we've done, his mentality, he's a lifer, bro. Coming from his mentality, we want to get shit running smooth. We want to get shit running clean where it benefits not just us, but ourselves. And we see through all the bullshit of who people pretend, the facade that they put up of who they think they are. But around real people, real individuals, they're not that person at all. So what are you doing in that position at all, homie? Like, you don't know how to navigate. You don't know how to wrap your head around a situation where violence doesn't always have to be the answer. There's other things that people get. And those are the things that make you, I believe, your choices and your decisions when you're put in a place. You feel me? So anyways, we both did whatever we did. He got put back up for Centinela. So he's waiting. And I ended up selling up with somebody and lo and behold, boom, I fell down the fucking hole again, bro. Right back at it. And I was like, fuck. And the homie used to sit me down and literally grab me and be like, oh, fuck is wrong with you, dog? Like you're supposed to be the example on this yard. We're the example, homie. And you're running around here like a fucking, I'm gonna say like a dolphin, dog. You're like one of these fucking idiots, Holmes, that doesn't know no better. That's, barely starting the time. Motherfucker, you've been to the Bay, you've been around, you've been doing 10 years. And he's chastising me, he's scolding me. And, we're on the same level. And again, I'm thinking, again, I'm like, fuck, what the fuck? But then I got to snap into it. I put myself here, bro. And this person right here that's giving me his time actually cares for me. And actually, matters to what happens to me. Because if he didn't, he would have been like, fuck shooter. You know what I mean? Like, I give a fuck, homie. But he stayed right there, bro. Yeah. Don't know why to this day he stayed. But I will consider him a very good friend of mine. Yeah. Because he knows me through my addiction and through that. So anyways, I ended up moving. I ended up signing up with a homie that I was in the Bay with. And that was my eye-opener, or basically my trying to escape my addiction again and move into somebody that was older than me, that had different values and morals and wasn't a drug addict and didn't use drugs and didn't make it as easy or accessible to me. You feel me? So I went over there and again, bro, my stupidity, I thought I could hide it. Thought I could hide it from these. And these are men that don't fuck around, bro. They're doing life. Their reputation is everything to them. And if you're their celly, like I said, my celly reflects who I am as a person. You know what I mean? Because if you have a fucked up celly, or your celly's just fucking up, what does that tell about you that been around? That means that you're not doing your job. You know what I mean? What are you doing? You know what I mean? So the homie was like, hey, fool, come over here, I'm gonna help you. So I was like, all right, cool. But again, like I don't know what it is about me. I attract just people, bro. And right when I got the block, they're like, here. And I was like, fuck. Oh, shit. You know what you just did? I was like, fuck. All right. Boom. Got it. You know what I mean? And cracking, bro. But I'm trying to hide it. I feel like a piece of shit because I'm trying to hide it from these people. And it's like embarrassing, bro. It's like embarrassing for somebody to know that you're bullshitting them. To look through all the bullshit you're trying to tell them, like, no, I'm not high, bro. I didn't do none of that shit, Holmes. Fuck that. No, and they're like, fuck, Holmes.
You know what would be funny, dog? Me and my old seller, my boy Ray and shit. when there was a, you know, when there was a particular substance, as you say,
Yeah.
on the yard, bro. You know what I mean? It'd be funny because, you know, it's mandatory chow in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta, you know, if you're hungry or not, you gotta go to the chow hall. And it was always funny. It was always fun to watch the homies, dog, come in, bro, in the chow hall, and you see them with their beanies, dog.
Oh yeah, all the way down.
All the way down, dog. They don't want to.
Everybody,
They ain't trying to show the bags underneath their eyes, homie. You know
Or
what I
they
mean?
wear glasses at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, bro. They got the glasses on, bro. Sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
The sun's barely even out and shit. You know what I mean? And they come to the chow hall and shit. And you can always just, you know, what's funny?
Yep.
What's funny about, like, in regards to, like, people's demeanor, their vibes, their energy, the tension. Like, you can hit a yard, bro, and it
You
might
already
be your
know
first
what's
day
going
on the yard, and you're like, all right, something's wrong right here.
Yeah,
Shit's
you can
about
feel
to
it.
pop up. You see their movement. You see that just
Everybody's positioned different.
yeah, everything. But it'd be comedy, bro. You know what I mean? We
Like
watch
Trip. I met this young camarada, probably like 19, from Maravilla neighborhood in East LA. And he got to the prison on Massey Yard, right? Where all these individuals are at. And he doesn't understand how nice it is to be able to do your time without problems or war or shit going on. How these men have molded and fabricated the foundation of the yard that we're in and how we conduct ourselves. It's crazy. So I'm walking from chow with this individual and he goes, man, this shit ain't about it, homie. This yard ain't cracking. And I'm thinking, like, fuck, you're 19. Like, you're used to watching American Me and reading some books about how shit was cracking.
Yeah.
You don't understand the luxury and gift you have to be able to do your 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 15 years without any issues and be able to parole.
on
Because
your date.
that was our thing.
Yeah.
Those that got out the bay to that yard and I had a date, they were all for it. We're like, hey, you're going to get out. We started programs, all kinds of implementations that'll get us time off. But a lot of us didn't qualify for it because of our violence, of our record and of our crime, our charge.
Yeah, violence always fucks
Yeah,
up,
the VO.
Yeah.
So it's like you really don't qualify for a lot of shit, especially time getting off. So anyways, I'm in Ironwood. I start going through that shit again, bro. And I fuck up, you know what I mean? And I fuck up spectacular, like out in the open. And luckily, bro, the individual I was there with, I was in the pod with for a couple years. And he already knew about me. He knew what happened to Centinela, all that shit. So he was like, look, like, you're not gonna understand until this shit happens to you. And then he was like, look, I'm gonna lay it out for you. I'm gonna map it out for you. You only snap back into reality when something happens to you. And if that's what we gotta do for you to come back, that's what we're gonna do. And I was like, he just said that, right? I didn't think it was gonna happen. And sure enough, bro, I come in from yard. I'm taking a shower. I gotta go to work. I'm working in the kitchen at the time. And the homie comes over to me and he goes, hey, see that? I'm like, yeah. He goes, go in there. I'm like, huh? He's like, don't play stupid, Holmes. Go in there. I'm like, fuck it, all right. So I take off my shit and I go in there. Well, anyways, yeah. Like 4 people, right? Shut, bro. Shut. Like, I was fucked up. Fucked up bad.
So this is the second round of a reality check.
This is the second round, bro. It's the second round. And this time is more serious. Like, I'm fucked. Like, I never got the living shit back. I mean, I got the shit back. And you know what the thing was? I'm not trying to sound cool, not trying to sound hard, not trying to sound nothing like that. I didn't fight back because somewhere deep down in me, I wanted this to happen. So when I looked at myself in the mirror, I knew this is what's going to happen. And the next thing is death. You know what I mean? Because after this, there's no, oh, you're so cool, or, you know, we like you. Nah, fuck all that. So anyways, we go through the motions and I go to medical and they're like, what happened? Nothing happened, man. Nothing happened. Nothing.
Fell in the shower.
Yeah, I fell in the shower. They're like, fuck. And my shit shut, bro. Like, I'm purple. Like, I looked the form like the elephant man. And I'm like, nothing happened, bro. Like, just take me to we're like, is your safety? And I was like, nah, man. You can send me back to the yard if you want. And they're like, all right, we're going to go talk to some people. So they go talk to the individual. He's like, yeah, you can come back. And I knew I could come back. I knew I could. And I refused. I'm like, nah, I can go. Like, we got to take it to the hole for investigation. Look at you, bro. Look at you. And in reality, it was. And I'm like, all right. So when they take you out, they take your celly out. So my celly was from the Temecula area, and I told him, look, fool, the homies know I'm going to the back, but I'm all good. They're taking whatever you seen and heard right here, you transcribe it to them so they know what's going on. He's like, yeah, don't even trip. And I was like, they're forcing me to go to the hole, dog. I don't want to go to the hole, but they got to take me. So he's like, all right, so boom, they take me to the hole. And it's in Chuckawalla. The Ironwood hole is in Chuckawalla. So you drive from Ironwood to Chuckawalla. I forgot what yard, but it's right there in the building.
So Ironwood Hole,
Is,
dudes
yeah.
and go to Chuckwalla?
Yeah. So when you're in when you get sent to the hole in Ironwood, you go to Chuckawalla, the hole in Chuckawalla.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's where they house you at. And that prison is all bad, bro. But the hole,
I mean,
is all good.
Now it is.
Yeah, now it is.
Back in the day,
it was good for you guys.
Back in the day, yeah. I mean, I've been through Chuckawalla on a parole violation. Chucky's house, you know what I mean? And yeah, go ahead, bro. I
get there. And again, bro, I know I'm good, but I mean, look at me. Everybody's like, what the fuck, fool? Like, what happened? I'm that bad, bro. Like, if you see the picture, even you, this is not me exaggerating or trying to put it up to like a 12 or put hot sauce on the tacos. I was fucked up, bro. Like literally my nose, all this, like these cuts, this, I don't know if the audience can see this, all this. Yeah, that's a reality check, bro. That's biting through your fucking lip. I had a hole in my lip from biting through it because, like, again, I said I didn't fight back. You know what I mean? And those who don't want to believe me, oh, yeah, you're always going to fight back. Nah, bro. Like, I really needed to feel this, and then fuck, I felt it, homie. Like, I felt it, like sitting there after it was done, just fucking leaking, bro. Like, fuck. Your adrenaline's still pumping. The pain hasn't come on set yet, and you're just like, fuck. And I'm like, damn, I only want to look at myself in the mirror. I get up, fucked up, bro. But I'm right there. You know, you still got pride. You're still a man, so you got to wash yourself out. You walk out there with your head up high. You know what I mean? You go back in your cell, and a couple days later, I'm swollen shut, and they take me. I go to the hole. So, an individual ends up checking in from C-Yard. So when he checks in, he gets on information on me saying I'm gonna get stabbed if I go back to the yard. So I'm like, they call me a committee. I'm like, bro, like, you guys, and I'm very vocal. Like, I fight for mine. I just don't let the committee sit there and dictate and say, no. If I can save my peace, I'm gonna say it because you guys act like you're not in prison. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. You know what I mean? You know a high level threat from just a touch up. You know what I mean? Just a fucking, hey, get your shit together type of shit. So they read me this fucking 1030 that this dude from 18 dropped on me. And he's like, yeah, a shooter from Paris was going to get stabbed if he gets back on the yard. And I'm like, there's no truth to that. There's no relevance to that. I can go wherever you want. They're like, okay, well, due to that, we're going to endorse you to Pleasant Valley. And I was like, all right, cool. Pleasant Valley was a 3-yard. B and C yard are the good yards on there. So I'm like, all right. So I go back. I let the camaradas know. I'm on the bottoms here. I let the camaradas know that, hey, I got endorsed to Pleasant Valley, and these are the reasons why. And you can see, I'm not gonna say the name of who it was, but they fucking dumbasses gave me the name of who the fuck dropped the 1030 on me. And it's common sense. You automatically know who's back there, and then all of a sudden 1030 drops on you when this dude didn't like you, or he, one or the other. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that happened. Again, I get on the bus. I'm doing good. I'm getting my mind together. But you gotta understand, like addiction is hard, bro. Like, I'm a very strong-minded individual, very strong-minded. But it's like that type of drug I feel it enhances me and opens up. And that doesn't make sense because everybody's like, dude, you're fucking drug addicts. You know what I mean? A drug addict would say that. But no, at times, like, I've really used it and figured shit out that I probably would never figured out if I didn't have that opening the spaces in my mind to do so. I feel. What
do you mean, like putting together a TV?
No, not putting together. I never tweaked out like that. You know? But situations that I'd find myself in, I'd figure out how to get stuff out. I'd, do brainstorm.
Navigate.
Blueprint, and try to take the steps to try to get myself out of this fucking cold sore of a wreck that I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, boom, I get put up for Pleasant Valley. Now, granted, this is 2018. I'm 6 months away from going home, bro.
Yeah.
My date is right around the corner. Now, again, in my first one, I never thought that I would see my date. And to see my date now, going through the bullshit that I've been putting myself through the last 2 years, was miraculous to me. Like I was like, fuck, bro. Like, I'm really gonna get out. So I get to Pleasant Valley. I get to 5 block B yard. They house me in B yard. It's a shoot kick out. Of course, there's, again, names I've known and talked to over the wall or in the drain. And I meet them, a couple of homies from Cypress Park, Corona, Sanfed, 18, shit like that. I meet them and I'm like, oh yeah. And with my memory, I recall the date, the time, what block you're in, what pod, what cell, everything that I need to know. I know who the fuck you are, bro. You know what I mean? Like that, I've always learned to memorize that. Like names, barrios, cliques, charges, CDC numbers, everything that you're supposed to in this game memorize. I've learned to do that. And I still do it to this day. And so they come up to me and you know, my style, my estilo as a camarada, when I snap back into it, I get right back to the program. You know what I mean? I work out every day. I show face, you know what I mean? I make good decisions. I have palabra, my word matters, my choices matter. You know what I mean? In amongst men. And so I'm there for like probably about 3 months, no, about 6 months, and I'm doing good. So last month comes up and I'm nervous, bro. Like I'm getting out. Been down 13 years. You know what I mean? Don't know what the fuck I'm getting into. I know I'm not institutionalized, and I know through all of my struggles and you know, addiction, I've always kept the you know, the belief that I'm gonna make it out here, that I'm gonna do good. I'm not gonna be the statistic. I'm not gonna go back to prison. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that are 5-10 days in. I'm gonna do it right. And I actually believe that. So I'm getting myself into it. I'm not fucking around. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna parole like that. I'm not gonna parole a piece of shit to my family. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna bring this addiction I have in here out there. Like, what? That's insane. I mean, that's insanity to think I'm gonna been doing this shit for 2 years and I gotta control. I don't. You know what I mean? That's insane thinking, bro. You know, psychology is probably fucked up. And eventually, I the homies that were there again, they helped me. I've had a lot of solid homies help me through my struggles, bro, and lift me back up. And the only thing I could come to is that I'm a good person, bro. Like I give off that good individual vibe. Like I'm solid, you know, and I'm not gonna change no matter what. And so I don't know, JoJo's told you this story. So I end up using a phone. And I'm in Pleasant Valley, and I get right back into things because you know they ask for my opinion, so to speak, on matters. And I give it and I feel good. I feel like, you know what, like this is me. I'm back to who I am. I'm an example and I need to, because in Pleasant Valley, you're with the Norteños. And that's not nothing to play with. Those men are killers, bro. Like I told you, they're the other side of the coin. And right there, you guys, they work out. They do routines every day. They're ready to go. And for those that are frontline like us, that are camaradas, sureños, you got to do that. And you got to work out and you got to say, because if it cracks, it's going to crack, bro. And I'm not going to be not ready. And I know I'm going against, like I said, myself, someone with the same instinct and mentality to do it. And I'm not going to underestimate them. You feel me? So at that certain prison, that's the mentality it was. So if you did drugs, bro, you were fucking looked down upon so bad. You know what I mean? Because you always had to be ready. If they're ready, we're ready. You know what I mean? And it's never going to get that because they have certain individuals in their own outfit that are there, higher ups, that will not allow that to get that. But a lot of us that are there know these higher ups from doing time with them in the shoot. So we have their ear, or we have a say where you can come, hey, how you doing, Holmes? You know, you approach these men just as much respect.
Mutual respect.
Yeah, no, just as much respect that you would with one of ours. You feel me? So it's like that type of mentality right there. It was a warrior's mentality. Yeah. You always had to be on point. Oh, you got weed, bro?
Yeah, bro.
You always had to be on point. So again, I'm right there, and I end up getting the luxury and the ability to use a phone.
Yeah. So
trip out. I'm talking to I call it my brother, right? And is that Rob's? Let me see it.
Oh, is this what?
Rob's bud. Is this the bud that Rob had? Owner Rob.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
But
this is my homie, bro.
But yeah, I'm right there. So I'm talking to my brother, and you've heard this story. He's told you.
Yeah.
I'm chilling, and it was my stupidity, dog. It was my looseness of comfortability-ness of thinking and not being on my game. And I'm talking to my brother like this, and lo and behold, a fucking Huda walks by and looks into it and goes like that and keeps on walking. Now, any normal individual, regardless if you're in the prison or you get caught, your first instinct is to, let's get rid of it. Fuck, I got caught. Nah, my dumb ass, bro. I'm like, what's up, fool? Like, I just ignore it.
Yeah.
Sure enough, bro. Like 30 minutes, IGI comes to the door. Boom. Hey, Lee, cuff up. I'm like, what? And I got Jojo right there. I'm like, oh shit. I put the phone down. Jojo's on the phone, right? And he hears, hey, Lee, this is IGI. Cuff up, man. Step out. I'm like, fuck, bro. Fuck. Here we go. I'm about to go home in probably like 20 something days. And I'm like, damn, I'm 115. Fuck, here we go. So Jojo's on the line and he's all paniqueado. So he starts getting all the, the firearms he has in his house out of the house. And he's like, fuck, they're gonna raid and my brother this and my brother that. And I'm like, fuck, all right. So what's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, so yeah, we ended up doing that shit. And yeah, they get me. They get the phone and everything, right? So I get a 115. But luckily the captain was cool. He's like, man, you've been down a long time, bro. And he's like, got 27 days. He goes, are you just a fucking idiot? And I'm like, man, come on. He's like, 27 days. He's like, 27 days. He's like, okay. For 15, I'm gonna keep you CTQ in your cell. So 50, because I was a porter. So he's like, 15 days. You're gonna be in your cell. You're not gonna come out. You're gonna come out for a shower every 3 days. That's gonna be your punishment. Or do you want to catch additional time? I'm like, hell no. Hell no, I admit it. Give me that shit.
Yeah.
So I get CTQ for fucking 14 days out of my sentence.
Showed love.
Showed love. Bro.
Yeah.
So and right there, it's a different type of camaraderie because we're there. So we spread every day burritos. We look out for camaradas. You don't go to the store, we give you $20 a store. We go to a fundraiser or a food drive. If we have enough money, the camaradas on our team, we take care of them. You know what I mean? A pizza here, shit there, stuff like that. For those individuals that are not fucking up intentionally and are just getting by and doing good, we look out for them. And even the ones that are fucking up, we have a light hand. You know what I mean? We try to bring the best out of you, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm CTQ for 15 days. And yeah, the next week I'm supposed to parole, October 20th, 2018.
Check it out. Before you tell your
Go ahead.
parole. There's certain captains, there's certain sergeants, bro, that
Old school.
they're old school, bro.
Yeah.
They're human.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're not new booties.
No.
They're not rookies that feel like they got to write everything up. They got to book you for every little fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Those are the assholes.
Yeah,
bro.
those are the assholes. The new dudes are the assholes because they feel like they got some of them are cool. You know
some
what I
of
mean?
them are cool.
Some of them are cool. You know what I mean? I've had a couple COs that were cool, young dudes. One dude let me fucking visit him one time. Another dude was cool as fuck, dog. When I went to the hole, he kicked my door, startled me because I had my back against it and I was on the desk and shit. I turned around. He goes, "What's up, fool?"
Like, what are you doing here?
And he kicked a fucking bag of tobacco underneath my door. You know what I mean? So there's some hooters that are cool. I was 18 years old, bro. You know what I mean? I got busted with a fierro in CCB, Criminal Courts Building in downtown LA, dog. You know what I mean? There was this fucking Jake hat, homie. Fucking retarded ass motherfucker that was sharpening a fierro, dog, loud as fuck, dog. The Hooters fucking heard it. They fucking ran up in there, dog. I just got done sharpening my fierro, dog. You know what I mean? And I had this Ziploc bag they used to give. I don't know if they give it to you now, dog. I had a book and I put my fierro inside the book, dog. Now I didn't. The cell was packed, homie. So I didn't want to fucking.
You just want it on hand.
I didn't want to fucking try to plant my book somewhere else because it was gonna possibly end up on another homie, dog. You know what I mean? And so I didn't want to lose this fierro at two because I was given the responsibility to take it and return it back or whatever I was doing with it at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, so I was responsible for this piece right here. You know what I mean? Long story short, the cops are smart. Maybe I'm dumb, bro. You know what I mean?
I think the cops are smart.
But they said they came in and they played it off like, you know what? It's all good. You know, everybody, they called a line movement.
Yeah.
They pulled one dude out. They busted the dude that was sharpening the fierro. They pulled him out. Supposedly he ended up telling. He told on me, bro. You know what I mean? You know, they got busted with the fierro. And so as soon as they pulled me out, they called up a bus movement to go back to Wayside. And they said, no, you stay right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, fuck. You know what I mean? And they said, and they stripped me down, divide your property with your shoes. You know what I mean? And when they say divide your property with your shoes, you get butt naked and you put your property between your fucking shoes.
Yeah.
That's dividing your property with your shoes. You know what I mean? And there was my Ziploc bag with that book. And there's a fierro in that book, a flat fucking metal fucking shank in that bitch, dog. You know what I mean? And they found it. They opened up the book. I said, they flipped through and they said, look at this. They put me in a cell by myself. You know what I mean? An hour later, a captain went in there and he said, damn. He said, you look like a baby.
You were though. You were like 18.
Yeah. He goes, how old are you? I said, I'm 18 years old. He goes, how much time are you looking at? I said, I'm looking at close to 15 years.
Yeah.
You know? He goes, what are you doing, man? He goes, what are you doing? You know? And he just shook his fucking head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he walked out.
Like you're wasting your life.
He walked out, bro. And I got called out the cell, put back in the line movement.
And shipped off.
Shipped back to Wayside.
Hell yeah, that fool looked out, bro. You could have caught man, that could have been a strike. A federal one there, you already know that's a strike, bro. And if you're facing 15 years, it's going to be a strike on top of that.
He looked at me and he said, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah. That's real shit.
You're 18 years old. He was an old school captain.
Yeah.
He was the captain, bro.
And those
You know
dudes are like, man, you guys don't understand. Like, I'm talking about old school. Like, they've been doing prison work for like the 70s and 80s. They've been through all the melee and heyday of the wars, and they've seen fucking killings, and they're like, they're trying to reach their retirement, but they know what a solid convict is, and they're like, you know what, like, nah. And that's just how they're cool, man. But then you get like you said, you get the young ones, you know, the assholes that are trying to prove something, just come in the system like, you know, we're pieces of shit, we're fucking animals and dogs, and you know, this is the way we get to, you know, deserve to be treated, and we get the everything we reap we sow type of motherfucker, you know. And yeah, bro. So that happens, and next week I'm supposed to parole, like I said, October 20th, 2018. Now, this last week, I have so much fucking anxiety, bro, that it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I am convincing myself that this is not going to happen. This is them trying to fucking play me. I'm not paroling. How? No, this is fucked up. They're going to hit me. I just fucking got a 115. They're going to fuck with me. They're fucking with my date. They're going to call me at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to fucking parole me and then rebook me. I'm thinking some fucking way out shit, right?
You want a little shot?
No, I'm good, bro.
You sure?
No, I'll just smoke that. I'm good with the shots. So my neighbor is one of my, I would say one of my good friends, bro. His name's Mike. He's from the San Fernando area, and he's been doing prison time a long time. But he's one of the goodest motherfuckers you ever meet. Got a good heart, and he's an older homie, dog. But what he says he's been through, and he's a real shit, and he takes his life very serious. And he's my neighbor, so you know, we're just chopping it up in the vent, and lo and behold, by the time we're done, it's fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, and I hear my door pops. Lee, I'm like, I creak out. I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're paroling? Am I? He's like, huh? I'm like, am I? He's like, you are. He's like, grab your shit, let's go. I'm like, I'm paroling. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, Mike, I'm paroling, bro. He's like, shut the fuck up, fool. Get the fuck out of here, right? I'm like, all right. So I grab all my shit. I put it in front of his house.
You didn't think it was real?
Nah, and I walked down and I'm like, so this is for parole. And he's like, Lee, what the fuck's wrong with you? And he's a young cop, man. I've talked to him before. His name was Gomez. And he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I'm like, am I really paroling? He's like, yeah, you're paroling. Yeah, right here. October 20th, Saturday. I'm like, all right. So we get to the holding cell, and I get another homie that's paroling at the same time from a different block. And I'm like, hey, fool, I think they're fucking with us, bro. I think they're gonna put us in the hole. And he's like, fool, you're tripping. I'm paroling. I don't know about you. And I'm like,
fuck what you going through.
Yeah, he's like, fuck with you. I'm going home, bro. And I'm like, all right. And sure enough, they bring out my dress outs. Boom. Right. So my mom was gonna pick me up. Right. So she's traveled all the way she lives in Missouri. So she's traveled like 5 days to go, and she's picked up my son at the time. And I get out, and I still don't think this is happening, but they let me call her on a cell phone. and I make sure she's outside. I'm like, hey, you outside? She's like, well, we're here. I'm like, all right. So we get up. I go to the gates, cold as fuck, bro. Like 6 in the morning. We're on the coast. We're actually in Central California. So I get out and I see them. I see my son. I see my mom. And I see her husband, Rob. Shout out to Rob. Beat cancer. And I see them. They come running up to me, right? And I'm still shocked. Like this, it really hasn't set in that I'm out. Like I just did 13 years and it doesn't seem like I left. You know what I mean? Like I step out and it just feels like I just pick back up. And I don't know if that's maybe how my mind is coping or, like
Coping.
Yeah, coping with it. Or it's just, it didn't faze me. I don't know what it was. So I give him a hug and I'm like, all right. So I get in the car and she's like, hey, here's $500. Here's your phone, all these clothes. My son's right there. And I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to take this in. We're supposed to go to Morro Bay, right? And this is my mom's vacation, by the way. I haven't seen my mom my whole prison term, bro. I've seen my mom in 13 years. So this is a long time coming. Because, for her problems or whatever she was going through at the moment, she couldn't come and see me. So this is 13 years I haven't seen. Like I've seen my dad, I've seen my grandma, my tias, I've seen my son, shit like that. But I haven't seen my mom. So I know she's like she's very lovable. Very lovable and very like holding and yeah, and I've been in prison, so I'm not used to people fucking grabbing me or holding me and like boundaries. And I'm like, I gotta get used to it. So they ended up taking us to Morro Bay. This is the first day off parole. I parole on a Saturday. I'm supposed to check in the parole on Monday in Riverside. So beautiful drive down the coast. You know what I mean? Me, her, and her husband, they got an Impala. We're bumping fucking Carlos Santana and, we're fucking listening to CDs. My son's right there. I'm having a good time. And I'm like, I want some weed. So up in that type of area at the moment, they don't have shops, but they have delivery.
Yeah.
So we get to Morro Bay. We get this nice hotel and shit. And I'm tired, I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm just taking it all in, bro. And still, it still hasn't hit me. You know what I mean? It just hasn't hit me. So we ordered this weed. And I remember it was Northern Lights, a strain Northern Lights. And this lady pulls up. We're at the motel. Her husband, Rob, gets it on the credit card. We order. And I'm like, fuck, this is what the world turns to. Fucking delivery with weed, right? I'm like, hell yeah. She pulls up with an $50. Bomb, right? And she pulls up with a fat ass fucking raw joint. The cones that you put the weed in? Yeah. Fat as fuck. So I'm like, all right. So my mom's like, let's go get some fucking munchies, My mom's a stoner herself. Rob and my mom are stoners. So I was like, all right, give me the joint. So, bro, I haven't smoked a fucking real leño in fucking ever, bro. Like the leños I'm talking about, a prison joint is fucking skimpy as fuck. Smaller than this shit.
Bible paper, bro.
Bible paper, right?
I mean, the rule with
the toilet paper. The toilet paper roll.
The wrapper of the toilet paper. But usually the rule with Bible paper, I've always tried to keep this rule. You know what I mean? Is I don't ever use the part of the Bible with scripture on it.
Oh, I don't know. I just think it's a book, bro.
But I think I've broken it a couple of times.
Hey, matter of fact, my mother-in-law today, we were doing laundry and she found a piece. Because there's times where I'm lazy. I don't want to go get no blunts. So I'll just roll Bible paper.
You burning in hell, bro.
Yeah. And she was like, what is this? She's telling me like, what's this? And I got a fucking chunk for a joint rolled out of the scripture. And I'm like, fuck, But yeah, so where was I?
You see, you.
Oh, I'm paroling.
No. You just got the delivery service for the weed, and you're ready to smoke a real fucking leño.
Joint, fat ass joint, right?
Yeah.
So we get in the car, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah. And my mom's like, yeah, let's go get some munchies. So I'm like, all right. I light this motherfucker up. I get fucking paranoid blown. I'm like, we got to go back to the hotel. I'm too high for this shit. So my mom wants to go, that was a smoker's cough, by the way. Wants to go.
Yeah, no, you can't cough nowadays.
Yeah.
Suspect.
Smoker cough. So my mom wants to go down to the door where the ocean is, the boats and shit, right? So we go down there and we're high as fuck. Me, Rob, and my mom are stoned, right? I'm super.
The waters are right there.
I'm super stoned, right?
Yeah.
So we get there and my mom she's the type of person that she just sparks up conversation. You know how like older people, I don't want to say older people, but older people, they just talk to each other like out of nowhere. They'll be like, oh, how you doing? They'll just fucking, I'm from so-and-so. Oh yeah, well, I like the fucking thing. So my mom does this for like 35 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck? Right? I'm like, dude, we got to get the fuck out of here. what are these people doing? Why are you talking to these people? So I go up to the guy and I'm like, hey, I don't know what you're doing. You got to leave. And I'm serious. I'm dead serious. And this guy's like, what? My mom's like, what are you doing? What are you tripping on? I'm like, nah, get back. I don't know you. Your wife doesn't like you talking to my mom. I can see it right here. You're not paying attention. Get the hell out of here. You know, my mom's blown as hell being flirtatious. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like you can obviously say that this dude's wife is not liking it, right? So I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. So the dude leaves and fucking we're all laughing about it, right? Because I don't know if I'm just super blown where I'm overthinking shit or overanalyzing, which I probably am, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm out. So I don't want you in my vicinity. I got my immediate family right here. You took our picture. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? That was my mentality.
Yeah.
So I tell them, I was like, hey, dude, we got to go home. I'm super fucking high. So we go home and I'm chilling. Or not I go home. Sorry, we go to the motel and I'm chilling. And finally I lay down and I get to sleep in a bed, in a real fucking bed, bro. And, you know, you might think that it was just luxurious and this epiphany moment, like, oh my God, a fucking bed. Man, that shit hurt my back, bro. That shit was so soft because you're used to sleeping
of something firm.
Exactly.
Cookie sheets.
So when you sleep on a fucking Tempur-Pedic and it molds to your body, your pressure points that you're usually, you know, used to, they release.
I mean, to this day, I like firm beds, bro.
Exactly. I'd rather like concrete type of firm. Not that firm, but you know what I mean.
Not that firm.
Yeah. So I mold in and I can't sleep. So I'm up tossing and turning. So again, I'm up at 4:30 and I'm about to do my burpees in the fucking bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? And I'm like, hold up. I fucking get in the shower. I'm like, man, I'm about to work out. I just automatically pop up at 4:30 in the morning. Like I was right back in prison. Cause again, it's only been 24 hours since I've been out.
Yeah.
So my inner clock, my inner, you know, how I got myself set is still programmed to prison. So I get up and it's dark as fuck, dog. My son is right next to me. Rob and my mom are fucking snoring their asses off. And I'm like, I'm wide awake. I'm like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got weed. And I'm like, hell yeah. I get the rest of the joint. I go outside and it's dark, but you hear the ocean. The ocean's probably like 3 blocks down. So you got the smell and I'm taking it in. And where we're at in the hotel, you got the view.
I miss that smell.
Yeah, you got the view of Morro Bay Rock, which it's a big rock that it's famous for. And so you got that view, and I'm just taking it in, and lo and behold, I sit out there for about a couple hours. I take the sunrise in, all that, and I'm like, fuck, I'm out. Like I'm really out. Like life is about to hit me in my fucking face, and if I'm not prepared for it, I'm gonna sink, and that's not gonna be me. And I'm telling myself this, and I'm like, okay, you know what, Mike, you had your fun. You know what I mean? You survived prison. That's done and over with. You're not that person no more. You shouldn't be that person. All that shit you were talking about in there, how you're going to do better and telling the camaradas you're going to do this and do that and you're going to live your life. And then now's the time to really put forth your foot and take your foot out of your mouth and actually live the way you're talking about. So go ahead.
And let's end that right there. We'll do another from
where?
You being out, bro.
Oh, okay. You want to end right here?
Let's end that right there, and let's ask some questions.
Yeah, go ahead and get the questions going.
Let's ask some questions, bro. I mean,
yeah. Anybody got any questions?
Any questions? I wanna do another fucking segment, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll do that.
From
when I'm out. Well, when I'm out is
being out, bro.
Okay, we can do that.
How do you feel about that?
Or
do you want to hit it right now?
It doesn't matter if everybody's ready. You ready?
All right. Well,
you're not gonna go live for a minute, no?
All right. Well, let's shoot it then.
I'll go up to the place to the point where I caught my case.
Okay, let's do that.
So again, we're in Morro Bay. My mom takes me out, gets me everything. So I come back. We're driving back. We're going to go take my son home. And I haven't seen my dad yet. So my mom's idea is to stay out for, hey babe, I see you. Stay out for the whole week that she's going to be there.
Yeah.
So she wants to take me to parole, and she's going to leave that following Friday. Again, she picked me up on a Saturday.
Let's answer these questions. I said ask questions. Let's get that in. I fucked up on that. My bad.
How many push-ups can I do right now?
How long have you been out?
Oh, I've been out. I got out in October. I got busted in December, and I bailed out on April 12th. So I've been out almost about a year. Yeah, practically a year.
Meet any homies from Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz. Not that I recall, Holmes. Not that I recall, but I mean, I know they're in the system, bro.
Shout out to OC. What have you learned since being out of prison?
What have I learned from being outside of prison? Well,
It's John
you
Doe
know,
out there.
life is hard and life is what you make it. So, I can't always sit here and talk about and think everybody's gonna pity me and feel for me. And my life's just so much harder than everybody else's. Everybody's got their shit going.
Yeah.
But it's just what life has taught me is to be strong, because this, like I told you in the beginning of this, life will kick the fuck out you, bro. And it has, and I've had my hiccups. Like, okay, so yeah, that's my answer on that, bro. It's been hard, but it's been good at the same time. I have more good than bad. You feel as institution still, or are you still on parole? I've never considered myself institutionalized. I've always kept a good mind frame of getting out. There was a point in time I mentioned in the last segment that I did, I had the mentality of a lifer. But yes, I'm still on parole. I got 3 years parole.
Frank, Forever 40, shout out my G. And everybody that's tapped in right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. This all helps the channel right here.
So what's my career plan? My career plan is getting a union. So I have a couple opportunities. One is a good friend of mine named Bryce. He's works for shout out to Epic Sheet Metals. He works for doing sheet metals on houses and stuff. And he's really steering me in a direction to get a good job. And then I also have one that Lucky hooked me up with by the name of Armando from Castillo Rock Concrete. He's another one that's helping me out. So I got a couple opportunities once this COVID thing lifts.
You got another one from Fried Eggs Dirt. He said, "What's your favorite book you've read?"
The most favorite book I've read. Okay, I've had a couple. Like on particular, like as far as a novel would be Reign of Gold by Victor Villaseñor.
Yeah,
that's not a novel. That's nonfiction. That would probably be my best nonfiction. Psychology would be the animal Instinct by James Morrison. And
check this out. You got from I can't see that. It says, what advice would you give to someone being out 3 months and already fucking up?
The advice I would give to you, bro, is I don't know your situation, but if you're living the gang lifestyle, the drug lifestyle, my thing would be to sit back, bro, and just imagine you just went through your time and you're only out 3 months and you're already fucking up. So if you could hear it from me, then I would tell you this, homie, snap the fuck out of it, bro. Snap the fuck out of it real quick.
Hey, from Armando, and I like this question right here. What's your thoughts on the 50-50 yards?
Okay, the thoughts on the 50-50 yards, they're no-go, bro. Absolutely a no-no. I will never, ever, in any solid individual that goes there, will never, ever program. That will never happen. I will never be on the yard with child molesters. I will never be on the yard with dropouts. None of that. I will refuse. Okay. And refuse in a way of violence. Not in a way of refusing to go there, but refusing to actually program on there. I will get off that yard immediately.
I mean, I would think that that any homies that are there any more than fucking 24 hours, they fucking might as well just stay there or something, right? I mean,
yeah.
You got a lot of questions.
I know.
I mean, I'm trying to keep up with them.
Oh, thank you, Big O. I see that. I appreciate that.
Okay, so from Angel, what tips for fools in prison are that I can tell Noser?
What tips for fools in prison or that I can tell Noser? Nah, tell Noser just to keep his program. He only got 4 years, little Nose. Okay. So just tell him I said personally, just keep on the right path, dog. Don't get involved in no bullshit that you don't need to. You coming out. That's and I learned Nawa in the shoe, and I also learned a little bit of French and Russian. Not fluently in French and Russian, but I could speak. I had nothing else to do. But there are very, very smart people that know multiple languages in the shoe. Multiple.
What would you tell the youngsters from John McHugh?
What would I tell the youngsters? Like I was telling Lucky earlier, the youngsters. If I was to get in front of them, I know how it feels to be a youngster. I know what it feels like to be a young gang member, and you really don't want to hear nothing. So what I would say is just listen to my interviews, and hopefully something that I might say impacts you or changes the direction in your life that you are heading right now. And if you could learn anything from me, look at me, bro. Like, look how I'm tatted down. Look how society would view me. I mean, tattoos ain't that taboo no more, but this ain't nothing to glorify or glamorize. And I'm proud I survived prison, but I'm not proud that I was in prison. You know what I mean? I'm not proud that I put my family or myself through 13 years of my life where I could have been in college. I could have been living the best. The 20s are the best. I could have been in college. I
prime
could have been
time.
somewhere in the world, and I wasted my life away.
That's what I keep on telling my son. 20's the best, man. G,
Yeah.
stop fucking up. Hey, you know what's funny, bro?
Yeah.
Is
My time with the Northerners was good, bro. I've never had any problems with them. I've always held a respectful mutual ground with them, and you know, they're some of them I could actually call very, very good associates. You know, people that I would actually, you know, talk to. Like it's they're not how everybody puts them to be, bro. They're men of respect, Holmes. And if you're a real individual, then real recognize real, homie. And that's how you got to look at them. Don't you know all that dissing and all that shit, bro. We're grown as men, homie. We don't conduct ourselves in that type of nature. That's for kids. You know what I mean? So Northerners, like I said, the other side of the coin, bro.
I like the way you say that.
Let's see what else. With the truce between North and South. Look, it's not the truce between North and South. It's not a truce. It's ability to program together, bro. Like we are tired of being in the fucking shoe. So we want to, you know, these men want visits. They want conjugals. They want to live their fucking lives that they have left in prison. I mean, you guys gotta understand, listening to this, that these people are gonna die in there. Their bodies are gonna die in a cell. And if they have no family to clean them, they're gonna be buried by the county. So remember how these men's mentality are. They are gonna die in this place, bro. Like it's a serious thing, Holmes. And you know, you don't want to go through your life living like that bullshit if you don't have to. And if you got the ability and opportunity to put a stop to it and live your life peacefully and actually, you know, take care of yourself and your family for what it is, then yeah, that's the truth, bro.
Let me tell you this real quick, dog.
Yeah.
I have an individual that I know. Cool cat, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's not real familiar. I believe that he's not real familiar with the system, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he got at me and he goes, Luck, I got the perfect dude for your podcast. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, all right, cool. You know what I mean? And we go back and forth in some messages, you know what I mean? And he goes, he said something about he won't get the phone until 5:00. And it didn't dawn on me, bro. Like I'm fucking moving, I'm working, I got all kinds of shit going on. I read these comments. I don't like, you know what I mean? I just read them quick, bro. I'm not paying a lot of thought to them, but I'm trying to take note of amongst what I got going on, dog. You know what I mean? And so it didn't dawn on me until I actually talked to the dude that he was busted, bro. You know what I mean? And he goes, so I gave him my number. I said, hey, have the homie holler at me. You know what I mean? Because this cat that was hollering at me, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And he's a good dude, dog. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's very familiar with the system. You know what I mean? And is
this the one you told me about?
Yeah. Okay. And he said that I've known this dude all my life. You know what I mean? Anyways, long story long.
Long story long.
Long story long. He has this dude call me. This dude is busted. He's in the pen, bro. This dude's busted in the pen, bro. You know what I mean? So off the rip, you know what I mean? Where you at? Yeah. Whoop. Like before we get to general questions, bro. You know what I mean? I like to know who I'm talking to, bro. Are you from a neighborhood? You know what I mean? Maybe I know you. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe we've done time together before, you know? Mm-hmm. And before we get into what you're going to pitch me about what you want to be on my podcast, you know what I mean? We need to have a little normal conversation real quick, especially if you're busted, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He goes, I'm on a 50-50 yard. I mean, and all right, 50-50 yard. Well, what does a 50-50 yard consist of, big dog? You know what I mean? Well, there's a good side and there's a bad side. And I said, all right, there's the good side and there's the bad side, but you guys are all on the same yard together. So there's not necessarily a wall or a fence between you guys. Yeah, you know what I mean? There's not a wall or a fence between you guys. You guys, some of you guys feel like you're good. Some of you guys feel like you're bad. And what I know about that shit is like there was certain places that you had a time limit to get off that particular places. You had to get off 72 hours. You had to get off the rip, dog. If not, you might as well stay there, and you are now one of them. You know what I mean? So I just kind of picked this dude's brain about it. I'm like, hey, bro, like, why are you there, bro? You know what I mean? And he goes, and I said, did you just lay it down? You were tired. Whoop. You know what I mean? I'm trying to, have a cool, normal not normal, but you know what I mean? Find out get some information, dog. But I'm asking him very casually, dog. Yeah. I'm not fucking drilling this dude, dog. You know what I mean? He goes, nah, I was just tired, bro. You know what I mean? I laid it down. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, bro. Well, you want to promote a book? Yeah. You know what I mean? That you wrote in there. You know what I mean? Once upon a time ago, you were an Olympic boxer. Okay, that's cool, bro. but
I don't think there's a platform.
I don't think this might be the platform for you, bro, because what you're trying to put out there in your mind is positive, but you know, where you're at
is negative,
and this and that can possibly negative to a bunch of cats. So I don't think this is gonna
play out good.
I don't think this is gonna work out, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? Take it easy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
and that like I understand what you're saying.
And I never talked back with the other homie, but I just took it. I didn't even tell the homie, hey, bro, you know, like, you know what I mean? I'm not tripping on all the, like, I'm a dad, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time, like, you know, I realize I have a responsibility with this platform on who I put out there or who I
allow to be on,
who I am advertising. This is an advertisement. This is a platform where you're uplifting someone and what they stand for. You know what I mean? So there's a thing called guilty by association. Like, exactly. You know what I mean? I don't want to be advertising shit that, you know what I mean, that I'm not necessarily with, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the same time too, bro, I'm not really trying to create that fucking static, dog. Right. You know what I mean? Because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to do positive shit right here, bro. You know what I mean? And when you put shit on that is kind of like what's the word for it, bro? Just like
topic of discussion.
Yeah, just like a bad topic too. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, it can possibly go the wrong way, and there's no need for that, bro.
Well, see, like I understand what you mean. Like those that just say they laid it down and they're tired. Like, okay, you know, I've had camaradas that I've known for years, bro, and I've ended up in the hole with them, and they're right next to me, and they're no longer with us. And they tell me, like, you know, I hear your story. You know what I mean? I understand it. Like, I'm not going to judge you, bro, but this is what I've always told them, and that's like, your choice is your choice. You know what it is, and you know what I mean? Don't get a hold of me again. And it's like, it's nothing done, but this is the life I live, bro. And that type of negativity or that type of, you know, stigma that even comes with acknowledging that type of shit can ruin you. And it's like when I see them, they're like, oh, sure, they're gonna do this to you, do this. And it's like, I know, bro. I know what I'm in. I know what I'm getting myself into. Don't think like I haven't thought ahead or I haven't mapped it out or I haven't, you know, seen my plan. I know what I'm getting myself into. I'm not one of those dudes that be like, I just don't know what I got myself into. No, eventually I figure out what the fuck exactly I got myself into. But that's never been a question or even a thought for me to go to the other side. The other side has never been, and honestly, I really believe in this, that I'd rather die, bro. I'd rather die with a solid name and respectful name because that's what I believe in. And you know, if that happens, that happens. But
what about cats? And so you talk about there's two sides of a coin, dog. Right. So just to throw this out there, bro. You know what I mean? What about cats that just got, you know, they got the short end of the stick, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay, look.
You know, because sometimes there's things, bro, that just happen and maybe it necessarily wasn't true, dog. No. Maybe it necessarily, you know what I mean? Like,
but let me tell you this: how many people or how many homies have you seen that stay strong years off a program?
I know one
until they come back, and it's never been a question in their mind to be like, "I'm giving up." Never. They go through, "Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You're never coming back. You're fucking done. You're a punk, you're a bitch," all because you might just have the short end of the stick. But in their mind, they're sitting there thinking, right, motherfucker, I'm gonna get the last laugh and I'm gonna come out on top. And that's always been my mindset. Call me what you will, think about me what you will, but I speak with my actions and my actions speak for themselves. You know what I mean? So I know that it's gonna be not only resistance, but a fucking full-on assault and struggle to get back to even having a shred of dignity or respect left in this game, because people will hate, people will call you all kinds of shit, politicking for no single reason other than they got nothing to do or they don't like you, when that's not the case. But the point being in this is that you never give up, bro. Like, you never let that cross your mind, no matter fucking what. If it comes to death, it comes to death. But that's what you stand and believe in. Like Nipsey Hussle said, like, I'll die for my respect. And that's real shit. Like, it's stupid, and it might not make sense to a lot of people, even my family listening. But I will, bro. Like, I will put my life in danger for my family, and I will go the distance. That's the difference between being hard and somebody in the streets just hopping out. They're not knowing the distance I'm gonna go to, and I'm not playing because I got no time to play like that. You feel me? Like, normal people don't play. You know what I mean? So why am I gonna play in this lifestyle? I don't have no time for games. So if you're gonna threaten mine or call me on some shit, I'm going full throttle, bro, because that's what it is. And that's the type of man I am. And a lot of these dudes that dislike me in the system and you know, that watch this video and talk shit and whatever the case may be. The bottom line is I still have my respect. I still have my dignity. I still have my honor in this shit. And I still have men that actually know who I am. They give me their time, not their time of the day. I'm in the streets, bro, and they give me their time of day. And these are men that are busy, but they actually view me as what I like to consider friendship. And it's hey, how are you? How's your family? How's this? You know, good night to you and your wife. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my wife comes in after I bail out, but my wife was a big influence on how I am today. You know what I mean? Because when I got out, right, I went to parole. Just to jump back on topic, my mom took me to parole in Riverside. I got a parole officer. Now my parole office is right down the street from my dad's, where I was staying. Literally right down the street. My dad stays on Whippoorwill. Take Center. You go down to Atlanta. Parole office is right there. You know what I mean? So I get out and I get to my house on a Wednesday. My mom's gonna go with Rob and to one of her friends. I don't want to go. I'm done partying. I want to go home. I want to see my dad. I want to sleep. So I go home and my dad's all excited and takes me in the backyard. I see this Impala. And you know, a lot of my homies and the notorious Chevy Burgundy Impala. Everybody knows about it. You know what I mean? And I see this and I'm thinking, oh, it's my stepmom's car. I'm like, oh, George, you got a new car. And he's like, no, that's yours. I've never been given a car, bro. You know what I mean? I've never been given anything. My dad's given me opportunity, but he's the type of father that if you fuck yours off, he's not really gonna, buy into your bullshit. Yeah. Because he's presenting you an opportunity and you're not taking advantage of it. So I'm a kid, he bought me a truck before when I was like 15, 16. I fucked it off because I was out there gangbanging, selling drugs. You know what I mean? I thought that was the shit. And like he wanted to give me my pilot license, all kinds of shit. And I fucked it off. I chose, and literally I say that with the utmost honesty that I chose this. Like I was infatuated with gangsters. You know what I mean? So I chose the cholo lifestyle. My brother was already in it. Why not? And I got, you know what I mean? And for someone that looks like me, coming from, where I'm from is ghetto as fuck, Paris, but I lived with my dad. So my dad was kind of suburbs. So I wasn't faking the funk. I was in my hood as most as I could be. But my dad, grew up in High Grove. You know what I mean? It's middle class suburb, and he provided a very good life for me not to do that. And I threw it away. You know what I mean? I shitted on it and I disrespected him when I shouldn't have. So when I got out, he gave me another opportunity. And he got me this car. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I thought I was a shit. And at this time, I'm like, I'm all for it. Like, I'm like, you know what? I have a mindset where I'm not gonna fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna do this. So this is probably like a Halloween, right? I go and see my crimey from when I caught the case. He's been out probably about 4 years already. Yeah. But he did 6. This dude, he's in the union, in the labor union. He's making fucking $42 an hour. Has a $450 or $450,000 home that he paid for in cash. He has a Tundra. He has a couple cars. This dude's doing good, and he's building the wall in San Isidro right now.
But does he got a fat bitch?
Oh no. He has a baby mom. All that. He's doing good, and he's helped me out before. So when I go and see him, I know his brothers and his family, and they're all like, "What's up?" But his dad's looking at me like, oh, you're gonna fuck my son's life up, like any father would. You know what I mean? You see someone like me, you're like, who the fuck? And he knows I'm his crime and all that shit. So I could already understand, like, he's not with the bullshit, bro. He's about his fucking his life, and he's got his shit going for me. And he tells me straight out, like, hey, fool, I love you, bro. Like, I love you, but like, don't bring no bullshit to me. I'm like, you know what? I won't. Yeah. So, anyways, I go back and my dad was like, hey, my pro officer was like, you gotta get a job. So there was a agency, couple offices down from my parole. And I go over there and I get a fucking job for $11 an hour at a door factory. And I'm 2 days into it. And I have to show up for parole the next day. I show up for parole and one of my homeboys is there. Right now, I haven't touched base with any of my homeboys since I've been out. And I see him and I've realized I talked to him before when I was inside. So I know who he is and I get to chopping up with him. He's like, yeah, fool comes down. So we're gonna barbecue and all this shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So at the time I'm fighting myself. I'm like, no, don't go, because you know exactly what you're gonna get yourself into. You know what you're gonna fall into. Don't, bro. You got a very addictive personality. Don't go. And I think I had something happen at work or something. And I was like, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And but during this week that I'm working, I ended up meeting my wife. And well, she wasn't my wife at the time. But
hold on real quick. One more time. Hold on.
There you go, wifey. That's all for you. And I ended up meeting her on Messenger.
But did you really hear that noise?
She heard it. I know she heard it.
No, did you hear it?
Oh yeah, I heard
you
it.
met her?
No. Oh,
No.
the magic noise.
No. At the time, did you really hear that noise?
Yeah, I heard it, bro.
At the time when you met your wife.
When I met my wife, I heard that one. It was like magic.
I don't know why everyone hears that voice.
So she's on Messenger. She hits me up and she's like, "Yeah, I normally don't do this. So what's up?" And I'm like, "All right." So I just got out literally. So I'm talking to her and we ended up talking for like 3 hours. So I hit it off with her. I'm like, "Fuck, I fucking like her." And I end up going to work the next day. So it's a Saturday. I get off at 10 o'clock. I go in at 4. I get off at 10. The homie calls me. I just got paid. The homie calls me and he's like, "Hey, fool, what's up? You gonna come through?" I'm like, "Yeah." Boom, I roll up to the hood. I never left. Okay, so I ended up going November 11th. So my wife, or the girl that is my wife right now, I ended up ghosting her.
Are you really married?
Yeah, legally on paper married.
Legally?
Bro. Yeah, on paper.
That's a wedding ring.
Yeah,
thought it was a pinky ring at
No, I
first.
got married in Norwalk, or no, right down the street off Arizona.
Or you did it in one of those chapels?
No, hell no. We did a courthouse.
Oh, the courthouse?
Yeah. We haven't done the actual wedding yet, but like we're really and everybody asks us that shit.
Make sure
too.
I get an invite.
Yeah, you get an invite.
Yeah,
That's like a
right.
couple years from now when we have enough money and shit.
Yeah.
But I ended up ghosting her. So I ended up going to the hood and I ended up, chilling right there. We're throwing barbecues, I'm getting to see everybody. And like we ended up, I don't know what happened. Like we ended up I just ended up staying there. I ended up, getting on substances. I ended up staying there. And I pushed her away. And like she really wanted something. So anyways, I ended up getting busted, bro. Right? I ended up catching this case. And this is in December. So I get to county jail. They housed me in Riverside.
2018, December of 2018.
No, this is December 2018,
Yeah.
December 4th. So literally, I'm out a month, bro.
Yeah.
A fucking month.
You catch a case.
I catch a case.
Damn.
Okay. So, and I'm like, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck no. Here I am. So I'm in the holding cell for like 3 days right before you get housed.
Yeah.
And they're determining if they're gonna house me in high power or let me go to the mainline because of my record of who they think I am.
Every time I get busted, I'm like, send me where the chicks are at.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the old jail, so I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go to high power because you're slammed down, bro.
Hey,
You don't get nothing.
the only problem about when you go to the county jail and you say, send me where the chicks are at, these chicks got tits and they got dicks.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the fucking in the game.
I was fucking around. Go ahead.
Fucking so we get right there, right? And at the time
that we just hit me right
in
now,
Riverside County Jail, there's only one good floor, and that's 3B, right? So your 3B day room 2 is the only good floor, good pot in that whole fucking jail, plus high power.
Yeah.
Everything else is PC, and then you got the medical wing and all that, right? But they're like, all right, Lee. So they get me and they're like, oh, we never met you. How are things going in there? And these are fucking sheriff, bro. Trying to talk to him. I'm like, fool, what the fuck? I've been up for like 4 days, bro. Get the fuck out of my face, homie. Like, I ain't trying to answer none of that shit.
We ain't homies.
Yeah, like, you're not my friend, bro. And he's like, well, we just haven't had anybody that's really came out this. And I'm fresh out of doing 13 years. So they have my whole fucking file, bro.
Yeah.
They have all my 1030s, all that shit, everything that's everything, right? So the gang unit comes, it's called GIU, comes and talks to me, right? And he's like, hey, so we're gonna give you a chance. I'm like, chance? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I've been out the shoe. Like, I've been out the shoe for 3 years. This is illegal. You cannot house me in high power based on my validation. I'm not validated anymore. Like, once we won the lawsuit, technically by law, you cannot house me in high power based on my prison validation or influence within the county. So when I hit them with that, they were like, the fuck? They're like, hold on. And they went and they came back. They're like, all right, you found a gray area. We're going to give you that. You fuck up, we're shooting you to high power. Nothing said. I'm like,
any little fuck up too.
Any little fuck up. So I'm like, all right. So I'm out there. So I get there and I asked my stepfather, not my stepfather. I asked my mom's boy, Rob, right? I told him, hey, put on the internet, I'm busted. Does anybody want to write me? All my information. So lo and behold, my beautiful wife
is on busted.
Huh?
Go ahead.
She writes me out of nowhere and shoots the number. She's like, I got $100 on the phone. Call me.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck is busted, homie?
I'm busted. Like you're busted. You're county.
No, but what do you mean? Put my thing on busted?
No, on Facebook.
Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm
on
sorry,
Facebook.
no.
We're busted.
I thought it was like an app, fool.
No, I put myself on Facebook.
I think that fucking
My wife
weed
wrote
and
me.
fucking taxes hit me, bro.
Well, my wife wrote me, and
Yeah,
she put money on the phone, so I started talking to her,
yeah.
and I got my preliminary at the time.
We should make a prison app though, dog.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. We'll talk about that. Watch.
Yeah.
So I got my preliminary coming up. So she lives all the way in East LA at the time, right? So I'm not thinking anything. I'm thinking she's never gonna come down here. This is just like maybe I'm just someone that she could talk to right now, and it's never this. You don't find women. That's why I used to call her my unicorn. You know what I mean? Because you don't find women like that. So I mean, more oftentimes than not, they portray themselves like that, and then slowly but surely the truth comes out.
Yeah.
So I go to my preliminary. She's like, "Hey, I'm gonna show up." Right? I've never met her. Only seen pictures of her, and she was beautiful. So I've never met her. Right?
You gotta watch out with some of them pictures, dog. Because some of these fucking broads right here are fucking professionals, homie.
Oh, I know.
They got you.
But
I think it's called catfish, homie.
No, you could tell
when they take the picture up here.
That's a filter, bro. That's a filter. You can tell a filter from natural beauty.
Filters on filters. You know what I mean?
She comes in with her little homegirl that's a gymnastics, right? I come walking in the room.
Can she do the splits?
Her friend might. She comes in the room and she's wearing all black, right? She's got her hair curled and she got this bright red lipstick. I told her to wear red lipstick. And she's going to Vegas in a couple hours to go see the fight.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she's not going to show up. And sure enough, like she's already in it with my family. My family's got a picture of her hunting her down in the courthouse, right? Trying to like, oh, are you down? Are you down? Are you here for Michael? So they find her. She comes in. I see her, right? And I'm trying to act all poised because I got the gang unit that's testifying on me coming to court. So I'm trying to act all fucking super hard. I got my crime right there. So I'm not looking at him. And her big thing is like, I always just go, she's coming to every fucking court day, bro. After this, like we got together over the phone and whatnot. And I never thought I was going to get out. I thought I was going to be in prison right now. Right?
Smooth operator.
Hey, sometimes you do it.
Smooth operator.
You hear me?
Hey, fucking coast to coast.
Look, she's right there.
All
Look,
right,
she's
my
like, I
bad.
love you, babe. But
Hey,
yeah.
hey, well, how come fools in the pen got the smoothest motherfucking shit in the world?
That's
Like,
because
baby girl, I'm gonna build you a house
When I get
out of toothpicks. I gotta take a leak. Hold on, real quick, dog.
Go ahead,
Talk to the chat.
Hey, go
line,
ahead.
dog.
Anybody got any questions? Let's see. Sério. That's right, babe. Anybody got any questions? Oh, here's your fish shot. I love you, baby. Madonna Lee. That's my wife. See? Bam, way to ring. Oh, and for those that request me on Instagram, right? It's True Blue 729. Now, I mentioned this in prior PSAs or whatever you want to call them, public announcements, that my wife runs my social media. So if you are, I'm married, of course. So if you are a female fan and you'd like to follow me or you're interested in the segment, go ahead and talk to her, drop her your line and let her know who you are. She's going to run your profile because she runs it like a background check looking for law enforcement and whatnot. Particularly because I'm fighting a case at the moment. So I don't want anybody trying to, any type of law enforcement, federal or state, come into my Instagram or try to use anything on my case during that. So she does that. So just drop her. I know I've seen a lot of you guys in the comments say, hey, Nanita, so-and-so, drop me, approve me. And she will. She's just going to run a background check. So it might take a day or two, but she will approve you. How much do you smoke? Justin Beats. I smoke a fucking lot, bro. My wife runs a dispensary, so yeah, I smoke a lot. I'm on the fence about creating a YouTube channel. I'm trying to find the content I can speak about because right now all my content or the platform that I'm in is particularly to prison and my life. So my wife is encouraging me to do it, and it'll come. Just please be patient. Man Eats, the one you mentioned in that one. Yeah, I know that guy very, very well. I can't help you on what your endeavor, but I know him very well. Yes, and I live in the Monteville neighborhood in East LA. Yeah, I live in Gage. No, I never had to fight Norteños in the pen. I've had riots with them, and it's mostly not fighting. It's something other. But yeah, never fought fist fight. You don't do that. Would I do a song with a Northerner? Are you asking me or Lucky? I don't see one.
They heard me singing "Smooth
Operator."
Yeah, I mean, I could sing. Thank you for validating that. Catfish, got him.
Straight to the AdSeg via 245 to stay good or what? What's the thing I'm still adjusting to Mondo Grande, Brown Pride? Like I said, I've only been out here a year, so I'm still trying to adjust I wouldn't say adjust, just live. Because I'm pretty much adjusted. Like I'm not like how you would think, like, all anxiety attacked around the big crowds now,
He's trying to adjust to that motherfucking Chinese food. You know what I mean? I should get.
Yeah, I've done my time from the Highlands. You mean San Bernardino? Like Colonia Highland or that's to Bernard Saludado? No, what's it? Hey, grown man, shit. Would you fuck with Big Tone? Who's Big Tone?
He's a Norteño, and he has a podcast that he just.
I don't see why not. What's up, Jojo? About time. Fucking just got home or what?
Jojo's been on there for a minute.
Oh, you want here, Georgie?
Huh?
Oh, they want to see my hair. That's my hair. See, Georgie?
It's kind of like a. I don't know what kind of do that it's called.
That's the convict coronavirus dude, bro. You can't have a barber.
I think that's I'm not trying to get pulled over by the cops.
Would I write a book? No, I wouldn't write a book, bro.
Oh, Highlands and Serrano.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to profit over my incarceration. That's no. And plus, you know, books and publications, they want very, very detailed stories and names.
Hey, Fatal. Shout out to Knox City.
Who's that?
Get your shout out right there, my G. Any more shout outs? I'm giving all shout outs right now.
To NY, do I ever want to go back to see your homies that will never be able to interact with? No, I don't want to go back, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to see me in there. I'm not trying to go back, and I won't go back. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't say I want to see them. I would like to see them get out, but not see them in there.
Shout out to San Jose, South Bay, 408. We giving all shout outs right here. Shout out to the 619, baby. Shout out to South Central, baby. Shout out to Jersey.
Yeah, I know a lot of homies from 619. South to South Central. I'll bring the homie Nueva on the
23rd
podcast.
Streeters.
I'll holler at him, Rodolfo.
965 Texas. Let's go. Santa Rosa, 416.
Man, you guys turned lucky up, huh?
Shout out to
Vallejo.
Vallejo.
Oh, Harbor area. That's
707, baby. Hit that subscribe button.
Ernesto 818. You know, shout out to everybody that's watching, bro. I really appreciate your support.
Stockton, Neighborhood Norwalk. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, I know. A real good dude from Neighborhood Norwalk.
707 661 OC 714. Chicago 312 714. Let's go. Let's go. Let them know what it is. Hood stocks, baby. We give it all shout outs. Florence, baby. South Central. Inglewood. Yeah.
Hey, that fucking lucky turned up.
Nah, Nashville 615. Nah, homie. Let that shit go. Let that shit go.
Denver, New York.
NYC, New York 505.
760 DHS.
Cocoa County 925.
Texas.
Man, homie, you motherfuckers.
Look
Arizona, Chicago, East Los. Dude, these motherfuckers are lit. Super Iowa, Paris.
Oh yeah, Weasel's he's right now in Corcoran.
Pacoima, South Texas. Do your thing while I'm doing my shout outs in the back. Yuma,
805.
Shit, look at that shit go.
It's Tonga Samoa, right?
Ventura,
Azusa.
yes sir.
BG, what's BG?
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about. Boston,
Bill
baby.
Gardner.
That's what I'm letting. Bro, we are all around the motherfucking map. Right? Hey, Primera Flats, baby.
That's right.
Santa Barbara, Azusa, Chicago again, the desert. Hey, I love you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Check
China, look at China.
China!
Damn.
China, dog. That's how
right.
we're doing it right here, bro.
Scotland, check out Scotland.
Verdugo. My bad, G.
Bakers.
702. That's Vegas, I think.
New Mexico.
Yeah.
That's right. Vista. Naptown. Florida. Oh, hell yeah. Florida. That's right.
Pomona.
That's right, Sergio.
Yeah. Lo, what is that? Los Diablos.
Okay. Oh, G, I'll get you. You question me, I'll tell my wife.
Vacas, Florida, San Jose, baby.
Butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks. Love that shit,
That's
dog.
right.
Hey, you know what, dog? We appreciate all you motherfuckers. So check it out.
Mm-hmm.
What we're going to do with Shooter right here
is right, little nose of Paris.
Yeah, hey, we're going to bring him back. We'll call it. He wants us to be called the Chronicles of Shooter. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be
is that egotistical, everybody?
Nah, 100%. No, it's your story, bro. And people love it, dog. And they like to hear it. And you've lived an abnormal life, brother. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people that have lived that life, but they can't.
Alex Sanchez, yeah, I know Bandit very good.
They can't.
From Southeast, that's the
Monte,
boy.
BG,
that's the boy, Alex Sanchez.
San Bernardino, yeah. Hey, is my boy Burst Rock right here? Is Burst Rock on here right now? Burst Rock, let me know you on here if you're on here real quick.
That's right.
Kern County. Yeah.
That's right. London.
Yeah. I'm going to give a shout out to my turf. Highland Park, baby. Northeast Los Angeles.
That's right.
Northeast
I'll give a shout out to mine,
baby.
Paris. 951.
Yep.
All of that. Riverside County. Paris City. Little nose, a shout out.
Fucking shout out to
and to everybody that's interested in from Nueve, for the my homie Nueve that raps, go ahead and give him a shout out on Instagram. He's at 92570. Go ahead and follow him, you know what I mean? And who I know from neighborhood, I know someone older from neighborhood, Clever Hoodster. If Clumsy, you know who I'm talking about.
Hey, Clumsy from the Highlands. Check it out, dog. If you're from the Highlands in Sereno, your boy Conejo is my G right there, dog. That's my boy right there. I don't know how he's doing. It's been a lot of years, dog.
That's right, Desert Hot Springs, DHS.
Yeah. Damn, a lot of love, dog. Look at this shit, homie.
Yes, sir.
This shit is amazing. Linwood. Boise, Idaho. Yeah.
Now, but from 7 That's right. My dad lives out in Idaho, man. Shout out to Idaho. Shout out to my dad and Georgie.
Hey, let's take a shot getting out of here, bro.
Okay.
Let's get a shot out here.
I hope everybody enjoyed this podcast and go ahead, give them a follow. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinions, good or bad. You know what I mean? Just appreciate everything.
Yeah, much love. Hey, check it out. Highland Park. I'll see you, my G. Hey,
I don't know. Hey, what are we smoking on?
Oh, we smoking on that motherfucking sticky icky. Motherfucking
yeah, we taking it back to the 90s. Sticky icky, boy. This shit ain't got no name.
You want a shot, dog? You good?
Nah, I'll take one.
Let me take one. Where's your little shot glass?
You got the tequila?
Nah, that's gone, bro.
That's gone?
Yeah.
That is my shot glass.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I've been drinking out of yours this whole time. I hope you don't got that Corona.
Chickens. Cocoa County, that's right. Yeah, I appreciate everybody's comments, man. Eastside Paramount, shout out. Swifty Blue, all the homies right there from the east side. This is all to the fans right here.
This is
salute to the fans, man.
Thank you guys for tapping in with us, everybody.
Tap in. I hope you guys enjoyed the little segment I gave, and lucky the stories we presented. Everybody just keep tuning in. Hosting Pittsburgh. That's right. Oh, Pittsburgh, CA. Okay. Shout out to the Pirates, man. Saludos. And last but not least, I just want to thank everybody that's in there, that knows me, that knows that I know what to talk about and not what to talk about, and that actually gave me their confidence in this. Shout out to you guys, the ones not mentioned. Appreciate all you guys, much love, respect from me and Lucky.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, thank you, everybody. Everybody, hit that subscribe button.
Hit it.
Hit the like button. The like button gets this video circulating in the YouTube's algorithm. And just want to thank you guys so much, man, for tuning in. This dude right here is He calls his wife a unicorn, and I hope he takes this in no disrespect, but I feel like he is a unicorn.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know, like
I know what you mean.
There's homies, and
I mean that like
I met a lot of homies.
Once in a lifetime comes around.
And I met the dumbest ones, and I've met the smartest ones. You know what I mean? And I don't know where I fall. I might fall in somewhere in between or something. I don't know. You be the judge. You know what I mean? But this dude right here is he's special, man. And special people go through special things, and that's what makes them fucking special. When I talk about special, I'm not talking about that other special, you know what I mean? I'm talking about special the way the word was really written, you know what I mean? As in being just like eccentric, just being fucking a different type of human being. You know what I mean? That makes you special, you know what I mean? And with a brilliant mind, you know what I mean? A brilliant mind makes you very special, you know what I mean? This dude has a brilliant mind. My boy, thank you so much, dog, for giving me the most views on Hoodstocks, bro.
Thank you.
People have been saying like, oh, if it wasn't for fucking Shooter, your channel wouldn't be shit. You know what I mean? And you know,
if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this platform or story to tell.
You know, exactly, bro. I mean, I look at hand for hand.
And you know, a lot of people that have their opinions on Lucky, like this is trial and error, bro. Like he's doing this by himself. This is a one-man production. Okay, so he's got his computer and everything lined up right here. So until you guys, you know, no disrespect to those that are opinionated, until you guys attempt to do a channel or a platform, just, you know, rest easy, man. Rest easy. Keep your comments light, keep them good. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, we'll keep it like, you know, kindergarten rules. Don't say nothing at all. Put it like that. But I mean, until you've done this or walked in a man's shoes, don't judge him, because he has nothing but to go up. He's only going to get better at this. And your constructive criticism, that's how I'm going to call it, even though a lot of your comments and some of the comments are very disrespectful and out of character and out of, you know, content, you know, still, you know, this man, you know, treats you guys with respect and doesn't, you know, let loose or buy into the internet trolls and all that shit. So this is a real channel. And, you know, to the other channels, you know, I've had comments of people wanting me to do other channels as far as Savage and people like that. Look, I got nothing against those dudes. You know, if they're no good, then they're no good. I would never approach them, and I wish them the best to do their thing and their platform. And, you know, other than that, but this is the channel I'm gonna stay with. This is the platform I'm gonna stay with. If I continue this, if I continue my story, and I hope you guys stay tuned. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to give an authentic story. Whether you guys refer to it as real or you know, solid, or I'm a real one, that's all much loved and appreciated. But my story is authenticity, and I'm gonna give it to you regardless, good or bad. I'm gonna give you my trials and my tribulations as I lived them. And I hope you guys, it resonates with you. I really do.
Thank you, my boy.
Yes, sir.
I mean, hey, never like there's some people that come through, and there's some homies that will roll up to your crib, dog. You know what I mean? And they'll just roll up by themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, this dude never shows up empty-handed. Check it out. As you see today on Hoodstocks podcast, did this dude show up empty-handed?
I hope you guys.
Hey, I want you, and I'm gonna give him a applaud right now. But I want to see nothing but clapping hands on this motherfucker. Why? Because he didn't show up empty-handed today on Hoodstocks podcast, Chapter-2, the Chronicles of Shooter. Hit that shit. Come on, let's go.
That's right.
Let's go. Thank you, my boy, for being here, dog.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for blessing the platform. You're gonna be, bro. You're gonna be back. Like we need to have you back as soon as possible, dog. Everybody, hit them hands right now. Everybody, give it up for motherfucking Shooter representing the Paris area. If you like it or not, we'll shoot you his number. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Thank y'all. Y'all guys have a good day. Be safe. Shout out.
Look at that shit, dog. Look at that shit.